What is going on, everybody? Welcome to our second episode of Build a Rig with AMD, and it is an awesome one. And we are joined again by Julianne, who's actually like on vacation for her birthday, but still wanted to hang out with you guys. Julianne, that is like next level awesomeness right there.
Oh my God, you didn't have to do that, but thank you.
Come on, that's awesome.
I am here for you guys. You guys are fun.
That's super cool. I mean, like, that's cool. And then, of course, everybody, it's a big happy birthday to Julianne. And so Julianne turned 21 again, which is awesome, and all that sort of stuff. I think we owe her a happy birthday song, don't you think? Okay, here we go, guys. We're gonna sing it together. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Julianne. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Happy birthday. And it doesn't matter. You're here, you're alive, and we're excited to have you here on the show. I bet you weren't expecting that, were you?
I was not. Also, oh my gosh, you have a singing voice. Jeez. You're holding out on us.
But it's super good to have you guys here. This is going to be a good show. I'm very, very excited about this. I'm very excited to have Julianne here on the show as well, because guys, we are building a PC in honor of World of Warcraft Midnight. It is a PC that you guys can absolutely win. And we're going to be doing this as a trio of PCs that's going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. And it's so good. It's so good to have you guys here and get to build this on AMD Build a Rig, because it is an all AMD build that we're using to celebrate World of Warcraft Midnight. And this PC was actually done by the amazing person, Ron, over at Blue Horse Studios, and I have yet to see the actual case itself, but it is underneath here. And again, huge shout out to ASUS and Patriot Memory for sponsoring all three of the builds. That's a huge thing. And then of course AMD coming in clutch with the build for today as well. So it's so cool to actually have you guys here and getting to see it. And Julianne, are you ready to see the case?
I am ready to see the case, but you are also a little bit walking into your frame of like me being over your head sometimes.
Yeah, I know, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing that because
right.
It's like, I know the case is so large, and it's okay for you to, you can block me. It's all good. You are just as much the star as I am, and so I know that we got to put you up there. I mean, I guess I could put you down in the corner, but we'll figure that out later. Right now, you work, and yeah, you're doing great. Okay, here we go. The case is not baggy. Okay, it just comes in a bag. Okay, this is Harry. Okay, so here we go. You ready, Brian? Here it is, guys. So there is the outside of the case. Whoa, look at that. It's got World of Warcraft on it, and it says World of Warcraft Midnight, which is rad. Wow, that etching looks awesome. And this is the Helios 2, so this is a brand new case from the folks over at ASUS as well. And then, we have ASUS down here and Robeytech, which is huge as well. And then when we look at the other side, here we go, Brian. This is, of course, where the cool stuff is. Because you got to make sure it looks really cool. Here is the back of the build, and the front looks super good too, but there it is right there. We got Xalatath right there on the back, looking super creepy, because she is a crazy mass murdering person who's trying to take over the Sunwell with the Void, of course. So yeah, this is a huge, this is awesome, and you guys can actually win this PC. All you got to do is watch Robeytech over the course of the next 2.5, 3 weeks. We actually are doing the winner on March 30th. We'll go to capture real quick, Brian. And you can see all you got to do is link your Stream Elements account with your Twitch account. And then all you're going to do is, as you're watching here over at twitch.tv/Robeytech, you earn tickets. And then you can use those tickets to basically buy, to get giveaway entries. And it is a worldwide giveaway. If you have questions on that exclamation point giveaway and exclamation point giveaway help, we'll give you all the details on that. So that is the case. Julianne, what do you think? What do you think of the case?
It's pretty BA, if I'm not going to swear there, but that's the appropriate way to say it.
Oh, man. Oh, so this is, it's super cool. And then one of the things that I learned, and I just got this information from the folks over at AMD, is that AMD is actually partnering with Echo for Race to the World's First, kicking off on March 23rd, featuring the new raids, the Voidspire, the March of the Quel'Danas, and the Dream Rift. And so they're trying to be world first, and AMD is actually partnering with Echo, which is one of the guilds in World of Warcraft, to get to be the world's first to drop those bosses as the new raids start. And Season 1 starts on March 15th, and then March 23rd is when the actual raids do. So it's actually really cool and fitting that we're actually here with AMD building this, the first of these very special PCs, and getting a chance for folks to basically get in on this, which is actually super cool. But you think it looks good, Julie, on this? You would?
Oh, yeah, no, it's really great. I would definitely have that on the case and stare at it.
You'd be happy with this on your desk?
Now I can't. I would, but now I can't decide what side I want to be looking at it. Am I gonna have the ports back at me so I can see all the cool pictures? Or am I just gonna actually stare inside the inside the case?
But then again, I guess the thing is what you can do is you can just set it so you can like switch between the different sides, so that way you have like sometimes you're like, okay, but this week I'm feeling I need to look at the picture. Next week I feel like I need to look at just switch it back and forth. You've got a new desk now,
I do.
Maybe we need to commission Ron to do you a special PC, just so you can have, because we never have enough, right?
No, we don't. We don't. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. So, okay, so let's talk about the parts we're putting inside of this, because this is our most stacked one of the 3 builds. So the first build is a celebration of World of Warcraft Midnight. Of course, we got Xalatoth in here. We're also doing an Alliance and a Horde build, and you'll get to vote on which one you like better, because it's whichever of those 2 builds, Damien's gonna be building the Horde build, and I'm gonna be building the Alliance build, and whichever the build that you like the most, we'll actually give away some extra either Horde or Alliance swag, thanks to Blizzard, on which one you guys, depending on which one you vote for. So there's a little bit of fun stuff going in there as well, which I think is gonna be super cool. But what we're putting inside of this is we're starting with the new hotness. This is the oh no, this is not the new hotness. This is the not quite the new hotness. Sorry. This is the Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. It's not quite the 9850. Sorry, I thought it was a 9850. It's a 9800. It's close. It's you're still going to be happy.
Excellent.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Nobody's going to complain about this CPU. Absolutely incredible. It was the GOAT, only topped by its now just slightly newer brother, the 9850X 3D. Still an absolutely incredible CPU. One of the things that actually works very, very well for World of Warcraft, just given its CPU-bound nature. And then again, you're going to be able to do all of the things with it just because of how much AMD's done with the new architecture with this, putting the 3D V-cache in a different position, allowing you to not be as heat dependent. You can do multitasking, all that sort of stuff, and you can even overclock, which is actually super cool. Julianne, anything you think we would add to this, you think?
I mean, it's a great part. It's, 8 cores, 16 threads. We have all that fun, and also that 3D V-cache, man. That's the chef's kiss, I would say.
Yeah, I would completely agree. Now, the cool thing is, because this is sponsored by ASUS, we're actually taking a look at one of their brand new motherboards. So this is the ROG Strix B850-F Gaming Wi-Fi 7 Neo. This board is not out yet. That's the thing that's super rad, or it just came out. So huge shout out to ASUS for hooking us up with this. You guys are seeing literally brand new. So I'm pretty sure that this is a world's first in terms of seeing this build live here on a show, and it's really, really cool. So again, with their refresh, they did things that just improvements to PCI lanes. Of course, you've got Wi-Fi 7 as well, which is super cool. It's got a 64 megabit BIOS, tons of I/O, all of the bells and whistles, and it's got that new kind of overall tone and design, which I think looks great. And it says Neo in it because, Neo's cool from the Matrix. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong with that.
Those ones and zeros everywhere now.
Exactly. But I think the ID design looks super, super cool. So I'm actually excited to get to open this up and get to check it out. It's also got Dolby Atmos and a bunch of other things with its on the board itself. Now we have another special sponsor who chimed in, and believe it or not, we actually have a RAM and NVMe sponsor. I know. Let's all just take a moment and think about what is happening when you get a RAM and NVMe sponsor. But huge shout out to Patriot for hooking us up with a 32 gig kit of 6,000 mega transfer RAM and a 1 terabyte Viper NVMe SSD. Shannon is the GOAT, so huge shout out to them for basically hooking us up. This right here is like $22,000, just right here on my table. Which is super cool, but really, really good, and excited for actually having them come in. And so thank you very much to the team for sponsoring all 3 of these builds and allowing us to basically give these away to you guys. I know people are like, holy, wow. I like how we say new motherboard, 9800X 3D, but the thing that people get excited about is the RAM. Do you remember how upside down is the world when people are like, RAM? Have you even seen
RAM? But also the storage. So oh yes, fine. But also sponsored? You didn't have to pay the dime? Nice.
You didn't have to do anything for it? That's incredible. Yeah, the unicorn of 2026. But really, really excited. Again, huge shout out to them, ASUS, and obviously the fine folks over at Patriot for sponsoring. And then, guys, we don't use these a lot, but actually the cool thing is because, and I was really excited about getting to do this build-a-rig with AMD, is we're using way more AMD GPUs. And the cool thing is that, you know, if you just watch my recent newsreel, they've actually gained like something like 2.6% market share this last quarter with the 9070 XT. The 9070 XT is like the #1 selling GPU on build cores right now as well. And so there's a lot to be excited about. And then this is the prime AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT. Absolutely incredible GPU to pair with this. This is going to do 1440p World of Warcraft for days, which means this machine is going to run everything well. Plus, you got, I'm unfortunately this doesn't come with it because we got this from ASUS directly. But if you were to purchase one now, you would also be able to get the Crimson Desert, which apparently has like 9,000 bosses, 20 gajillion miles of content. Have you had a chance to check out this game, Julianne?
I've played it a little bit, and that was at CES, and unfortunately, it was bound, so I couldn't go around and attack anything because they didn't want people to kill things during CES. So that was unfortunate, but I'm really looking forward to that day that it drops. I'm on it.
It's like 10 days from now. It's like super close.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say, so I don't ask for a lot from, okay, that's not true. I ask for a lot from a lot of people. I ask a lot, but I am going to say, AMD, if you could hook me up, I'd actually, I have it on the schedule for 319. So I'm hoping that AMD hooks us up and we'll actually get to play some Crimson Desert on our game stream, and we'll play it with one of these systems, of course, which should be super cool. So, you know, AMD, you could hook a brother up, and I'm pretty sure they will, and we'll get to check it out.
I'll put out my feelers to the correct people within the company.
Thank you very much. Look at that. So anyway, amazing GPU. I know this is what you, wow, I just knocked over the $2 million in RAM. You have a 9070 XT in your main system, yeah?
I do. It's not an ASUS version. It's
okay.
A Sapphire, but yeah, I love my 9070 XT. Really do.
There we go. And that's from that. There, she's using it right now. She didn't get it for her birthday though. She was already too cool for that.
I did not.
She already had. She's like, yeah, no, I got the second 9070 XT that I used to hold open my door for my birthday. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't do that. That'd be. We joked about that when I found a whole PC in my laundry room that I forgot about, and they were like, now you have a problem, Robey. Okay, cooling this, because you know what? We just gotta be insane, and this is just when you get a partner with ASUS. This is not needed. It's not. It's a $329 AIO. This is the ASUS ROG Ryujin 3 360 ARGB Extreme. You could be as extreme as you ever wanted with this CPU and not have any issue whatsoever. But it's got a really nice screen. It's got magnetic fans. It was one of the best AIOs of 2026, and it's absolutely going to look killer inside of this case. The main thing we really wanted was the screen, so we're going to make sure that the Extreme is in and the screen are inside of this case. Yeah, it's a fun AIO to use. It's also got Noctua fans, or actually this one doesn't have Noctua fans, but it has all of their high-end ARGB fans and all that sort of stuff. It's an absolutely crazy AIO, and more than anything, it'll look great with us showing some World of Warcraft Midnight content on there, just to make sure that it gets that like extra awesome that you always want when you're doing themed builds. And then
you know what you're going to put on that little screen on the for a while? You
know, that's a great question. I was looking, and so we'll have to see. One thing I have actually really liked, and I don't know if you guys ever think about this, and I know AI is always a sore subject, but I do ask ChatGPT a lot when I'm like, hey, ChatGPT, can you make me this asset that is this resolution? You know what I mean? And it does a really good job, especially if you hand it another piece of content. So it saves you a little bit there. So we could probably do something like that, which is great because I mean, you know, it's you know, might as well get some use out of the AI that's out there right now. And then the last thing, because we don't need a lot of power, we're going to use the ASUS TUF 750 watt PSU. You guys know I like this. We've used a lot of these on a bunch of different builds. 750 watts is more than enough for a 9070 XT 9800 X3D system. And the cables are going to look absolutely fantastic when we get this all done. I would have liked to have seen more than just a minimum requirement 750 watt PSU in the future. One thing I would really change the build. 850 watts would have had more room. You know, it's funny, we thought about that, but the other thing too is sometimes when we do builds, the one thing we want to highlight is that even if the only thing is if you wanted to jump to the next tier, and the next tier of, to say that you were gonna go to the next tier of GPU, let's just say if you were gonna do that, that's actually almost $1,000. Right? That's not an inexpensive thing. So to spend, I mean, like to sit there and say like, hey, I'm gonna put 850 watts in there under the auspice that somebody may spend $1,000 more on this giveaway system versus showcasing that, hey, here's how much minimal power you really do have to use a high-end AMD GPU and CPU, feels like a better show, you know what I mean? In this case, 750 watts, you still have almost 75 watts or anywhere between 75 and 100 watts to still play with, even for overclocking and everything else. So yeah, and so you shouldn't have any issues with this. And then again, even the jump to go from, if you sold a 750 watt and an 850 watt, you could actually turn around and probably buy an 850 watt for, you know, after soling it, like very, very easy if you wanted to. So a lot of this is really about showcasing the power with the CPU and the GPU and how much you don't need, right? Versus making about upgradability. So I did think about that, Araxis, and I totally get your point. I just feel like this is a better message given what it is that we're doing and how we're trying to showcase the hardware, if that makes sense. But I can understand your thing. So that's my 2 cents on that, and that's where it's going. I don't know what else to say.
I was gonna say, yeah, the whole fact is it's not power hungry, and then you don't need to make it power hungry.
Yeah, so that was kind of the point. Chat is going crazy over the RAM because they are losing their memory. Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna be fine. Yeah. So we're gonna have more than enough power for this. So let's go ahead and start the build, because I guess we could sit here and oogle the parts forever, but that just doesn't feel like a good use. We want to get it inside of the system. You know, that's where the fun is. That's when you guys can actually, like, that's when it gets real in terms of whether you can win this and all this sort of stuff. And I'm actually really excited to open this up, because I like these GPUs. We actually have a lot of prime GPUs for our for the 3 builds that we're doing.
I am looking forward to that.
Build.
I mean, I don't know if I'm on all of them, but I'm looking forward to obviously seeing it more.
You are on one of them. The Horde one is Wednesday. So the Horde one is Wednesday, and then the Alliance one is like 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
But we were having some fun with the Horde versus Alliance, so we actually pitted companies against each other. So that one is not all AMD.
Yeah.
You know, but we had to have some fun, right? You know, we're playing with the war there a little bit. Okay, but we do get to check this out, guys. This is brand new from the folks over at ASUS. So huge shout out to Samir for showing this off. This is the RG Strix B850 Gaming Wi-Fi Neo. So we got to see these at CES. Did you get to head over to the booth at all at CES, Juliet, and see any of the ASUS stuff?
Oh, I saw. I mean, actually, that's where I bumped into you at CES, by the way. Was at the ASUS suite.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
So I'm going to do my own little harmless hint over here. But at CES, I do what we call a Notebook Spotlight. We just had a video that came out, I believe, Friday or Thursday last week. It's just a little hint towards our 400 series for laptops. But we'll have more upcoming videos that I will be in and talking about various partner laptops. And ASUS is definitely one of them. Yeah,
the ASUS had some like absolutely killer laptops this year. So I'm actually really excited about their lineup. And so
I have one with me right now.
Oh, which one do you have? Can't say.
I have the, no, I can definitely say it.
Okay.
It's the ASUS ProArt PX13 GoPro edition.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a good old bad boy. Actually, I have so many laptops right next to me. Even has like still the sticker on it. So my own shameless plug.
There we go. Oh yeah.
There you go.
So have you got a chance to use it a lot?
I just got it last week, and I am splitting it between a Linux/Windows system. So I'm having a lot of fun with that, and I look forward to actually going out with the GoPro part of this, and when I do filming, doing my own little quick edits on this, because that's the whole point of a ProArt.
Yep. So Araxis says, and this is just Araxis doing Araxis, he says mixed signals with a $300 AIO and a 750 watt PSU. I disagree, because the thing is that what we're saying is that AMD is not power hungry and you don't need a high PSU, and what we're saying is ASUS makes good stuff. So in the end, like, the AIO is literally just to showcase something that ASUS makes, right? I think the other thing too is I think the one thing that you have to, that maybe you aren't in my shoes and what we do as when we think about it from a marketing perspective, because in a lot of ways this is a build to showcase World of Warcraft. This is a build to showcase ASUS. This is a build to showcase AMD. Is that we're taking all of these and balancing these. And so from the perspective of, hey, I can showcase ASUS. ASUS is happy because we show a 750 watt PSU from their tough line. We also show Strix, and we show a bunch of different Strix stuff. So we also show that their screens with their AIO and their Prime version, right? So we're showing a mix of their hardware. And then AMD looks great because they get to see, hey, look at this. We're able to do a high-end system, 1440p, that only needs 750 watts, which is better for the EU, better for the US, better for the power grid. And even when you do max power, when you push that PC and turn it on every time, you're not pulling as much power from the grid, which makes them look better from a green energy standpoint. So I would say that that's not true. Actually, what we're doing is we're being consistent about our signals by making sure we're showcasing all those different things. And the reason I answer these questions, guys, is because a lot of times when you guys given that people look at it and they want to see the lenses of all this stuff, a lot of times, and I think Julian probably has a lot of expertise at this, being technical marketing, is that you have to kind of look at it from all of the different ways. Yeah.
It's the whole picture versus just the one singular point at that point in time.
Yep. And the other thing too is Araxis, it's like the person who wins the PC, it's a byproduct, right? Again, this whole thing is we have all of these companies who gave all this hardware to showcase something. And in that case, we want to do what's best for them so they can continue to sponsor and do builds like this. So yes, the person, it might be a little bit less, but dude, if they're going to complain about a 750 watt PSU in a $3,000 PC that they just won for free, I'm gonna be like, wow, you know what I mean? Like there's some perspective that you may wanna change there a little bit, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the thing, you know what I mean? I don't think that, it's like, and again, if they could sell the PSU and turn around and get an 850 watt and probably end up spending very little if they wanted to. Even if they just replaced it with an 850 watt tough and just switched out the cables, that would be, switched out just the PSU, that would be yeah. So anyway. Okay, so let's get this built. And I love answering the questions, guys. This is why I'm always transparent. We want to answer these questions, so I love that you ask that stuff, right, Julianne?
I was going to actually say, oh, absolutely. Yeah. I was actually going to say almost on also counter half is the fact that sometimes, even if your system is not power hungry, doesn't mean you don't want to have something a little more upgraded, especially because this one has a screen.
Yeah. Yep.
Your just your non-active or your just fan and heatsink is not going to do that as your A360 would.
So, in Araxis, you're always free to ask questions. And even if you weren't, okay, that's okay for us to still say and still answer, you know what I mean? I don't want to think that we'll shy away from answering questions. That's why we do it on live streams, you know what I mean? The good thing about VOD, or the bad thing about VOD, is that you can ask questions. So people are like, well, why did you choose this? And then we can tell them, right? Okay, so here we go. We're gonna drop our CPU in here, which always looks super good. Boom. There it is. Oop. Okay.
I was about to say, hold on, you got that cover still on.
I know, it got stuck in the corner. Usually it pops nicely, but this one, I was a little panicked there. I didn't want to have like cover gate this time where I couldn't get the cover off. Yeah. That's actually not what we're saying. I think the thing we always have to be careful about Araxis is that there is no universal rule, right? Sometimes, especially when we're doing sponsored builds and stuff like that, we have to play a little bit with what sponsors would like, you know what I mean? And even what sponsors may have available. Sometimes that's also kind of comes up. But yeah, I think it's great that you asked the question, because the thing is that your point, if I was gonna say, like, somebody said, hey, I put this build together, how about I do it this way? If somebody was to put this build together and say, Robey, what do you think about this? I would be like, hey, number one, I'd probably go less expensive on an AIO. You're spending in a place you don't really need to. That's a little bit overkill. Though the screen is nice, and if you want to pay for the aesthetics, that's why I do that. And if I were you, I'd probably upgrade your PSU, because at some point in time, maybe you do want to do that. But one thing I will say, if you're down with that, or you have power issues, or maybe you're in some place that has a lower power grid, you might want to keep with that, because you won't, and you know that you're not going to upgrade. You could save a little money, and both not only just on the PSU itself, but also on your energy bill. But that's the way I would answer the question if this was somebody else coming and asking me that stuff, which is this is the perspective you're coming in here. Wait, is nobody here from Team Instinct? I don't even know what that means. Yeah.
Like AMD Instinct?
Maybe that's a thing for you, Julianne. Does Team Instinct mean something to you?
I mean, I believe that's part of our servers. right?
Oh, maybe.
That's their server stuff.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, again, instinct for me means pet food. Well, that probably isn't what they meant in need of temperance. Sorry, I think you're...
So AMD Instinct is our server GPUs.
Oh, okay.
Not just that, but I mean like AI and high performance.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so yes, I don't know if anybody here is from the Team Instinct team, because this is probably, I mean, in terms of this particular show, it's going to be way more consumer focused, right? So, but yeah, but thanks for being here. My instinct is telling me that's an inside joke. Okay, that's a lot of instinct joke, guys.
I was gonna say the closest I get to Instinct is actually the R9700 Pro, but that's still different leagues for GPU wise.
Yeah, than what we're doing for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, by the way, did you see this? Okay, so here on the top of this thing, it's got like a little jewel on it. I can't read what it says because it doesn't. I'm too old apparently. So I'm too old for whatever's
Can
on.
Brian zoom in on it at all or no?
Maybe he can. That's really.
If you want to.
Here we go. We're gonna try. Can we read it together? Help Robey in his geriatric age read what's on the little thing. Here we go. What does it say, guys? We're gonna get up and close and personal here.
Is that an S?
It isn't. It's like it's not an S. It's something else. Anybody know what that says?
Oh boy.
Strix and then Republic of Gamers.
Oh, look. Okay, there you go.
Nice work.
There we go. Somebody else.
I got it zoomed in just close enough and great enough. I got it.
Yeah, it's a help Robey moment. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate that. It doesn't say LTT. So there we go. Yeah, she wins. She does win. And I'm very grateful because I would have literally been I would have gone to the Amazon page and zoomed in on it and been like, what does that say? Okay, we're gonna peel this. By the way, what do you guys think of how this Mobo looks?
I think that's really cool. I'm looking forward to how it looks like when it lights up to see if the little ROG Republic of Gamers lights up like it does on other Strix and stuff like that.
And this one's got there's a lot of 3D on this as well. Like right here, this whole thing is this is actually, the Strix is popped up, but the rest of this is flat. And then it's got kind of because it's almost like a gradient on here. It's got a weird kind of visual effect on it that almost feels like a I don't know how to describe it, but it's almost it creates a faux 3D effect on it and stuff like that as well. It's really a very nice board. It's amazing how much detail they throw into these boards.
Some great action shots we got there.
Yeah, this is why it's such a blessing to have Brian here to make all of the products look so good, so you guys get to see some stuff like that. It is a beautiful. Robey, if you saw this part in Discord, I would ask the user if they wanted and why, then give the options that might work better. That is why I asked. It's about the user for me. I
was about to say, you're also highlighting right there. It said since 2006, so that's one of the great highlights of this year is ASUS 20th anniversary.
Yeah, it is, which is we're getting a lot of showcase, and there's probably I think we're probably going to see a lot of kind of hardware celebrating that. Yeah, this is an ATX. Yeah, it says for those who dare. And then also, the other thing too is, and we haven't seen the back, usually the back also has a bunch of stuff that's on it as well. So you got the ROG Strix I, you got the Neo on there, and there's a lot of for those who dare. These really usually, yeah, the silk screen, but they also do the stuff like this where these are usually coordinates for things like where they're located. The sine wave probably means something, I don't know what, you know what I mean? So there's a bunch of little details in here. On one of my favorite things they used to have on the motherboards, around the sockets themselves, they used to have Pac-Man for a while. So you'd see Pac-Man in different places, which was actually pretty cool. So
I definitely did design my own PCBs before. Printed circuit boards for anyone.
Right.
And in the silk screen, I have had a racing car because it was for a Formula hybrid vehicle. And then another one, I had a dog or a guy passing a ball to a dog. It was really fun.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I think, and that's the thing is I think little things like that are, I like that that's the stuff that shows up in gaming, in gaming motherboards and stuff like that too. And yes, I did see it at Araxis, and it totally makes sense. And that's why you're part of the team on our side who helps users with those specific things. This was not This was not user driven, this was brand driven. So that's probably the lens difference. We do not have RAM, oh, we do have RAM, okay, well we did RAM predictions, so let's do it. You know, Blondie just, she likes the abuse.
Overachiever.
She just is an overachiever. So let's see, 94. Let's see if the folks over at Patriot are gonna get a good click for, they're gonna get a good click for Blondie. Hasn't been good recently. And I know this has the new reinforced motherboard memory socket, so we'll have to see how this goes. Here we go, guys. Oh, 96.3, so we crushed it on that one. That was really good. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. 94.6. 94.6, so we got it on both. Blondie, that's what it's like to be a winner. How does that feel? Does it feel pretty good? Doesn't happen a lot. Good job. Yeah, that was a super nice click. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we got that stuff done. Board is ready. Pretty much what we got to do now is we got to prep our AIO, which I think for this one, it actually has like a whole bracket and thing, so let's see. This has got quite the box to it, by the way. The box experience, the unboxing experience for this is actually pretty crazy.
All right, I'm excited.
Yep. Let's not stab myself with the knife this time. That seems like a good idea. The knife's sharp, and I learned that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, got that. And thank you, Brian, for cleaning the knife.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Got a whole bunch of GUIs on it.
Yeah. Yes, the giveaway for this one is March 30th. They're going to be given away over the course of the net. There's going to be one. There's well, I actually like sliced off the little piece of it with the knife. So this one's going to be given off, and then they're going to be given every 3 weeks. This one's a little longer because we wanted to build it, but because then they'll all be built, they'll be 3 weeks. And then we'll go to the Falcon Northwest Tiki for the next 2 giveaways. So we have the next 5 PC giveaways lined up. Not to mention the PC giveaways every Friday too. Back in my day, AIO boxes were a third of that size. Yeah, that was back in your day. They are not. This one is like super crazy because it's like, check this out. It's like 2 boxes for this. So the top box is the fans, right? And then the bottom box is all the stuff. So it's like literally a crazy unboxing experience. And it comes with like a credit card that has no money on it, but it looks cool.
Oh, is that the one that almost looks like it has like a bottle opener in it?
I don't know, but here.
No, okay, that's a different one. I mean, I of course also build my own system, so I have one that looks like it's like a metal credit card looking thing that has like a circle that almost looks like
Oh, yeah. The other one that I'm looking forward to, and we're getting it, is the Ryu 4, which is their panoramic version. So that'll be in a build coming up here very soon. And I'm excited to see how that one is because that's their newest flagship one. But yeah, this one is like I've done a number of builds with this AIO, and it's just crazy. I was like, wow, you guys really made this kind of insane to just even open.
As a person that likes to collect boxes, I have a really hard time getting rid of that box. Just saying.
That would make sense for me because it's a nice box. And if you bought it yourself, you would have spent some really good money on that. $300+, you know? Yeah, you could put a whole mini ITX build in there. You are right, if you really wanted to. I don't know why you would, but you could, I guess. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's see what you need here. This is the back plate. And this is the, oh good, this has got those nice universal brackets, which always makes me happy. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the WoW stick, or as people call it, the Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow.
Even,
Wow.
Okay, here we go, guys. Let's get this out. Ooh. Okay, no, I'm not gonna use that. We're gonna use
Owen's misbehaving.
We're gonna use the LTT one. That was not coming out. Which we actually got one of their mystery screwdrivers. We're gonna open that on Wednesday, guys. And remember, you can always use the link, because thanks to Linus for hooking us up with that. for picking up one of these screwdrivers, which are very nice, by the way. Okay, come out. There we go.
I almost want to get one just so I could hold one while you're doing this. I don't know why.
You just,
but...
I get that though, because you're just like, I just need to. You're like, I need to be able to have it.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. I like tools, so the more the merrier. So.
Yeah, you were telling us a little bit that you have how many toolboxes in your studio?
I've been just a few, just a small amount.
As many as she needs.
As many as you
I got a
need.
small one that's gonna follow me now. Shoot, I just put one there.
Oh wow.
Just a small one there. I have one over here that is a 41 inch, so I could have several towers on top of it, and then I have like one tool cabinet over there, so I could put a few towers on there too. So.
Do you have an impact gun yet? I think that's when I know I've made it.
I mean, I have, yes.
Wait, I just realized, no, you race cars. See, I don't race cars, so
Yes.
then for me having an impact gun would make 0 sense, but for you having an impact gun makes a lot of sense.
I was just like, yes, that there's one, like, I have two. One's dedicated then for certain things, and one's like always has its home in its normal toolbox.
Do you, have you ever used an impact gun on a PC build?
Definitely not. Definitely not. That seems like a really bad idea.
I need to
Because
find.
you don't know. I don't want to over torque something, and that is one easy way to do it and break something. So I stick to, I think, contact. I have one little screwdriver that's kind of like your electrical one for that, but I also
Right.
I typically do everything by hand.
I want to find something. I don't know what. I got to find something that I can use an impact screwdriver on. I mean, an impact driver. I got to just figure it out. There's got to be something.
I have one. I used it for drilling
open my toolbox.
concrete.
Yeah.
Like drilling a bolt into concrete.
But I mean,
Like-
can you imagine if you're building a PC on the show and you get to hear
That's
that, here,
overkill.
here, you know what I mean? And you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
it just sounds so good.
That, and I have a multi-tool set. I'm literally in my toolbox right now.
Blondie says that she has an impact. What? I just gotta.
Robey, what are you doing?
I know. Apparently, okay. Braxel has an impact drill. Apparently I just have to go get one.
Even your cameraman.
I mean, do you
has
put
one.
up shelves? That's an excuse to have an impact.
But I want to use it
with
in a
impact
PC
nowadays-
build. I want to.
Okay, well, oh, hold on. If you are customizing a case, you can use the impact to drill out a hole very carefully, and then, I don't know, something like that. Somewhere along there.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
use the screw grabbing feature. You can do it.
I can do it. I
Think
got to
about
figure this out. I do need an impact drill. I feel like that is something that I need to. That's like my next tool for. How much are impact drills? They're like what, $8?
The one that I got was like 100, I think.
Okay, $100.
Not that bad.
Okay. I think I need to get an impact drill, but I want to put my motherboard screws in with it. Here.
That just sounds, like I said, that sounds dangerous. Maybe if it has like really good precision settings, or it's not just like setting 1 or 2, you can have like a wide range, because this is very low. Absolutely.
I like how
Experiment
Julianne's
here.
she's like trying to let me have my dream, but also be like, your dream is not very good.
No, it's a great dream. I just don't want you to break things in the way and like implementing it.
I think what we have to do is we have to find the right impact drill. Like that precision impact drill that we could do it. Or an impact driver. There's a difference between an impact drill. Oh, this is see-through.
Yes.
Is it see-through? Yeah, no, it's glass,
What?
okay.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So you can kind of see through it. So Zalatath could glow. Put some lighting behind her. Okay, so here is the Helios 2, if some people have never done this before. We've built in the Helios 1 before. Lots of room for activities, which is always fun. It's got the crazy shroud that you always have to kind of work around, which sometimes can be kind of difficult to take apart and put back together. But the cool thing is if you have like the Thor PSU or something like that, you do have a window for that, which actually looks really nice. So if you have one of those Aurora or one of those, you actually have like a window for a really, really nice PSU. This one is not. No, it's not. It's not BTF compatible. It does have, the other thing too that's actually really crazy, and they do this on all of the cases, is that it does have that shroud that covers the back cable management. So, but this one's a little bit more see-through than the other one. So one thing you have to be, I will say, if you're ever gonna build in this case, is just be thoughtful about not going into the screws, because sometimes you'll cover the screws with cables. So just a little bit more to think about when you do these builds is that you don't make it so the shroud won't go over. And then everything's on the left-hand side. It does actually have a full USB hub, fan hub, and then USB as well. Or I think that's USB? Oh, that's LCD. So is it RGB?
No, it should be ARGB fan, right?
Yeah, I can't. It looks like they're sideways. I've never seen them put that way. I gotta look at it down to see what that is. You see what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. I mean, I see ARGB on the top, especially because of pinning out, but I can't tell on the side. It just says L something something.
yeah, they are. They're 3-pin. They're just sideways. So you pop them in.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a unique way to do it. So there you go. That other thing too is that they actually, look at this. They actually zip tied all this stuff, which is interesting. Two 3.5-inch down at the bottom for your cables. Whoa, got a big. Oh man, this is even zip tied. Wow. You got to actually cut that bad boy down there.
Don't want to have it mess around when it's shipping.
Yeah,
That
I
makes
guess
sense.
not. Okay, so we got two USB 3.2, right? So you've got 4 at the top, a USB-C HD audio, full integrated front panel. You got your RGB for your hub, and you got your fan for your hub as well. And then you also have SATA power, 2 SATA power actually. So quite a bit of cabling there that goes with
Question,
this.
is it RGB or ARGB?
I think it's ARGB because it's 5 volt.
Okay.
Yeah, so 5 volt
okay. Just
on
making
all of
sure.
those. Yeah, I actually I've seen 12 kind of start to disappear. And look at this. This is actually really nice too. They have a bunch of extra cable here, but they actually really nicely cable manage that. So the cable management from out of the box for the case is actually really nice. Like this is fairly clean in terms of just the routing and stuff like that. So, oh, and it looks like you may not have to actually take the shroud out. Okay, which was like kind of a complaint that I had on the original Helios, but if you look here, what they've done is they've actually added a bracket that you can remove, so you can move the bracket and still slide it in this way versus having to completely remove the PSU shroud. So it looks like you have the option of both, which this will save you some time because the shroud can be a little bit problematic, and it wasn't something that I think you needed. So I actually really appreciate that they did this with the Helios. And then the only other thing that you always have to do with this case, if you want to use the AIO, is you do have to remove the Velcro straps. But these are actually functional Velcro straps, unlike some cases, so you can't actually carry the case using the Velcro straps, which is nice.
And this has the ability to take out the radiator mount, right?
I believe so. I'm going to look at that now. Oh, and this is like 2. There's actually 2 of them for this. Okay.
It's a strap in case.
Yeah. Oh! So this is 1. So it's got 2 straps. Oh, no, 3. Okay. Oh, this I'm totally not going to get this right when we get this back to the point. I'm just letting you guys know now. It's going to take some work. Okay. Can we remove the bracket? Yes, you can. You can remove the bracket too, which is nice. So that's cool. So yeah.
That's really useful.
That's super useful. I really appreciate it.
Especially
So
since how tall that is. And,
yeah.
You're looking at it in a weird angle over there, Robey.
I know. But it is, this actually has a lot of quality of life improvements over the Helios 1, which I think is great. And then the fans, they're high performance. There's 300, I think they're 120, I think they're 140. So you have 3 140 millimeter performance fans for airflow in the front and 1 140 in the rear. So you got lots of airflow at least, so we don't have to worry about fans. Okay, let's get our Mobo in. Ooh, it's still hefty even when it's empty though.
It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah, I know. As we put more stuff in it, here's where we go. Okay. Move this over.
Yeah, we might actually need to move the camera. We've got jostles or something. Yep.
There we go. There it is. Okay, so there is the case. And then again, this one is like, you can put 3.5, you could actually mount a 3.5 here, and then you've got 2 different sag brackets, which is nice. And here we go, throw this
having
in.
a built-in sag bracket is really cool.
Yeah, I like that in cases now. It kind of bums me out when they don't have them. Okay, let me just pop that in. And there it is, guys. Already looking super awesome. Okay.
The motherboard looks so small in that case.
I know, isn't? And it's actually a big. It's it's a full-size Mobo, so that's always the part that's weird.
That just means you have a lot of space for that radiator and everything else in wire management. Love that.
Okay, really
Ooh,
nice.
Zip tie protection.
Yep. And we get a good amount of zip ties for free, guys. I think we'll use more than this because we always do, but maybe not. I mean, there's a lot of Velcro in this one, so it might actually end up, I may not end up using that many. Okay, let's start putting our Mobo in. This is gonna be, I think this is gonna be a really neat build. And we're gonna do, I think for lighting, we're gonna do purple because, Xalatath, right? We gotta go with kind of the midnight theme. This makes a lot of sense. Okay, here we go. This has got those thinner screw tops. Might need to do a thinner, smaller head here. Let's see if this one works. That seems okay. Okay, that's good tooling, which is good. I will say the screw heads are a little shallow. So if you are going to use, something with like an automatic tool, you have a good chance of potentially stripping these screws. So you just want to be a little gentle, which is great because that means that you won't over torque the screws and get them stuck inside of your standoffs, which you never want to do. If you take your builds apart a lot like we do, that's annoying.
Yeah. I've been fortunate not to do that, but at least in my PC builds. In my normal day life, different story.
So what did you end up doing for your birthday, by the way? Anything super cool?
It's gonna sound so adulting of me, but finished building out a closet and went out to dinner.
I mean, it made you happy though.
It did. Oh, and then I played Baldur's Gate 3 until like 1 a.m., so that was also fun.
Oh yeah, that's always a win right there. Have you finished it before?
Oh god, no. I have like 5 different runs through it. I'm not kidding you, and I haven't finished it once. But most of it is because it's with other people, and then I don't want to finish it on my own because I want to see the story ends, but at least with someone else.
Oh wow, okay.
So, I have a few different going on. Tuesdays and or sometimes Thursdays instead. I have a Baldur's Gate 3 live with myself and a few other AMD coworkers on the AMD channel. So that's fun. And then, yeah.
So you're trying
Robey,
to play.
I'm gonna be honest. I have a really hard time finishing games, and it's not because I don't want to. It's just because I have game ADHD.
You do not have to worry about feeling guilty around me. If you just ask in my chat, they will say that I am the worst at finishing games, and they are holding me to the same game that I promised I would finish, which is Indiana Jones, they're always like surprised when I actually play it, but I actually am at some point in time this year going to finish that game. So I'm with you. Right now, the only thing that's ever on the schedule is like I get to start a game, but now I'm very careful not to say, oh, I can't wait to finish this, because they're saying right there, there it is right there.
I was gonna say the first game I've actually finished in a really long time would be The Last of Us Part 1, and that is because I was live streaming it this entire time, so I felt like accountable for anyone who was watching me play to finish. And now I'm on The Last of Us Part 2 remastered. I still feel accountable, so I have to finish it before I go on to something else. At least live, I mean, but yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, for me, the ones that we've kind of talked about is the big game ideas for me is I have to finish Indiana Jones. And then I'm going to, the other thing that I really like to do is start a character and play through every World of Warcraft expansion in order and do the whole story and everything.
Oh my
and so there's, I feel like that's my next big one once I finish through, like, because midnight we're gonna raid and all this other stuff. So that's like my next kind of big gaming project. But I still am just like, I like played Marathon, I'm gonna play Crimson Desert. I'm gonna play all the other games just to say I've played them, but I don't know if I'll finish them. Yeah.
I will definitely play a lot of games, and when I finish them, it just might be several years later.
Yeah, exactly. That's I mean, hey, that's I'm okay with it. You know, it's one of the I love games, but I also understand that I have limitations just with life that, you know, I may not just be able to get to play them all. Okay, let's put in our front panel connections. This does have two USB 3.2 headers on the Mobo, which is awesome. So we'll actually be able to use all of these USB 3.2 headers in this build.
Nice.
Yeah, I did not think I was going to be able to do that. And then I looked at the board just now and I was like, hey, this has two. Okay, so we'll go out here. I'm going to put this a little bit more of an angle. Zenu, you're amazing. Thank you for the subs, bro. Okay. So we got two. Oh, they're both up here. Okay. So there's one. Look at that. We're actually using the full
Also,
functionality of the board.
Thank you for AMD one as well.
Wow. Okay, next one. Here we go, two. Okay, so there's two. We actually get to use all of the I/O. We're going to our USB-C next. I always get this wrong. There's a 50-50 chance of getting that right, and I get it wrong every time. And I don't think I actually rotated it, so I still, oh no, I actually got it right. There we go, okay.
Yeah, I do wish there was a little more, I would say, distinctive keying for USB-C. Just saying.
Oh, wow. So this case actually has two USB-C.
Oh, wow.
Which,
wait, do you have enough on the motherboard for that?
I only have one USB-C, but there actually are two USB-C connectors on the
Well, I mean,
chassis.
that's great for the case.
Yeah, I don't.
Bummer for the motherboard.
Yeah, there's not one on the motherboard. Two USB 3.2, but not two USB-C. Oh well. I don't know there's nothing I can do about that. But
You know which one goes to which USB-C though?
No, well, what we'll do is we'll test it. And then we'll usually, like what we usually do is we'll put like a piece of tape over the one when we send it to the winner. It just says, this one's not hooked up. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so here we go, HD audio. We know where that is, at least. We got that. I don't see a lot of cases that come with two of those. Actually, kind of a surprise.
Yeah, I also don't think many motherboards have two of them either.
Yeah. I think on like if you did like in like high end, like your crosshairs, something like that might have two, but yeah, I was actually pretty surprised that this is like as a B850, this has two USB 3.2, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wow, but not two USB-C. Okay, RGB, which is like honestly my least favorite connector, guys. And you'd think it's
RGB or ARGB?
ARGB, sorry.
Okay, yeah, no, I absolutely. We're putting it onto a motherboard. Like it's just the position. You have to get it just right.
Oh,
it's
I know.
So annoying.
And it just doesn't seem to go in. And you're like, this is perfectly lined up, dude. And
It's just how the connector is made because there's that little space right by the pin or where you on the female side. So you're putting the pins and you accidentally put it in the space rather than into the actual female connection. Sorry.
Yep.
It's annoying.
I'm gonna put this in first. And the other thing too is like if you're doing it from the side, your eyes make this really hard to line up. Okay, I got it. Okay, whew, done. Okay, so we got that. We have two SATA. Okay, all of them are in. Let's do our little bit. We only have to do a little bit of cable management here just to finish this out. These all have, look at this. This has covers. They have plastic covers over the Velcro.
Oh my gosh. That is a level of extra I love.
Yeah. They're like, protect the labels. Okay, here we go. pop this out. So we got a lot of room. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull these over so they're just at 90 degrees. And I'm going to Velcro the. I want to zip tie these, and then I'll zip tie them under the Velcro so it looks like there's not even a zip tie there.
Oh, I'm looking at the website for the Helios. For that USB-C, it includes 2 USB-Cs, 20 gigabyte or gigabits per second, Type-C ports, and it supports up to 60-watt fast charging.
That's awesome.
That's
So
very
even
nice.
if you have one of those, PCI, hey Lansworth, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs, bro. That's awesome. Even if you had this additional power, that actually was really nice off the top of a case like this. Just be able to fast charge your stuff. Okay, there we go. Pull these in tight. They don't need to be too tight. There we go. Figure this one out here. We'll probably bring those along at the bottom here. There we go. Thinking through, guys, it means a lot to me, guys, Zenu and Lansworth, how much you guys just are both just huge supporters. Thank you. I never take it for granted. And so I never want you to think I do. Not that I think that you would, but I always just want to say thank you. Okay, so we got 2 things down here. I could put this down here. I think what I'm going to do here, just thinking through, there is a tie down there. Just want to make sure this looks nice. So we'll do this for the tie down. Use a nice little short one here. We want to keep it looking good and clean. And given that some of this is going to be underneath the shroud, I just don't want to cover those holes.
Robey, we have to work on cloning apparently, so people can have more time to play games.
Yeah, I know.
If we figure that out, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think if we figure that out, I don't know if we're going to be doing the same job, guys, because I think we'll be busy cloning other people to do this job. No, I actually really like what I do, so I don't know if I do that, but it's like all in all, like it's just like that'd be weird. That's like when you're like doing IPOs for like SpaceX money when you're figuring out like human cloning.
Are you saying our electrical engineering degrees don't get us there?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But maybe, hey, you never know. I'm not going to sell us short. I feel like we're pretty talented. But then I think you would probably finally be able to be like, well, now I'm only going to do exotic cars for racing because I can afford it all the time. Do you have any races coming up?
Oh, no, it's still too cold here.
Okay.
So I think end of April.
This is when it kind of gets to the point where you can start doing it again?
Yeah, I mean, there's still chances of icing out, but yeah. There has been 1 year in the past where the opening day, as we call it for the season, it was canceled due to the fact it was a complete ice storm that morning. We're just like, never mind. That's dangerous.
Okay, guys, there's 3 SATA, and you know what I forgot to plug in, which would have made the Will It Post really hard? The front panel. So I found the front panel connector, so I need to plug that in. And we're good otherwise. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're just going to put this other USB-C, so if somebody wants to plug it in later, they can.
So Slammy, for a racing setup for when it's cold out, I go to a racing sim arcade. Because community is part of racing. And I like to see my friends, so we game together in person at racing sims. Yeah.
Which is actually pretty cool. So let me ask you this, because as somebody who's never raced cars before, I have flown planes, and I feel like the sim experience, especially in VR, gets pretty close. You know what I mean? It's missing the feels. You know what I mean? Like even with the haptics, it just still doesn't feel quite like a real plane, unless you're doing like one of those really, really high-end like Boeing simulators. That one gets really close. But what about for racing when you go and do you feel like racing in sims does improve your on-track experience as well?
I think it keeps you fresh, I would say, for I would say, feedback from what you're perceiving to what you're putting at the wheel, and of course your feet. But it's just so you're not rusty in that regards. But I was saying improving it, I'm not sure, because some of it for me, back to the whole haptic experience, unless you are in those really expensive simulators, which is not the one that I've been in. I hilariously like to say sometimes how I feel racing is through my butt. And I don't know how to explain that. It's just more of the fact that
I
you
understand.
have a pavement, and you get the feedback from like how the brakes are feeling and a few other things, and you're just not getting that in a racing sim still.
I get that. No, that makes sense. And I think it's funny because that's why, I remember hearing somebody else say something similar, which is why they have like the butt kickers and stuff like that to try and help get that stuff to come across. But even then, they're just like, there's only so much you can just get in a sim that you need to get in a car and understand how the car feels. That is really.
And I would
go
say
ahead.
the alternative for people, if they can do it, if their back isn't like destroyed by it, is doing go-kart racing. So that's another thing to do in the winter, is indoor go-kart racing. And that helps you learn lines, as Sislami brought up, where sim racing is, if you're having difficulty learning where the braking zones and like where you should track itself on a track, racing sims are phenomenal for that. But there's still something about field of view a little bit different. If there's like, I would say, elevation changes that the game still doesn't perceive as much to me, but maybe I'm just not that good at racing sims. I don't know. But yeah, go-kart racing is a great way to do it. Also, bring your friends along. Have fun.
I like go-kart racing, but you aren't wrong, right? Like, it definitely impacts your back.
Yeah, the suspension on those is what suspension? I mean, there's some, but not like where our cars have been made to be comfy. Even if a racing car has a relatively very stiff suspension, there's still some give that lets your back not feel that bad.
Right. Yeah, because it was funny because I ended up doing like a whole day racing experience with go-karts, and that was something I wasn't expecting. I was like, when I got done, I was like, my back was really sore, and I was like, well, that was not what I was expecting. But somebody said, no, that's pretty typical, and I was like, oh, really? So yeah.
Yeah. That, and you're like in a different position, of course. Your body is more of a vertical plane, than you're a little bit higher up, even if you're in the racing bucket seats.
Do we have any racing? Do we have any race folks in chat? Like people who also do racing? I would be curious. I know people are excited about our race sim that we're going to be doing later on this year.
You're doing a race sim?
Yeah. We so there's a company. I think I told you about this last time. There's a company, and I just forgot their name. I need to remember their name. And we saw them at CES, and you can do a whole haptic system. For like less than $1,000. I think now, even with the cheaper seat option that they said, and I raced in it, and it was really good. And so we're going to be doing they're going to be coming out to the studio, and we're going to be doing a full build with all that sort of stuff to check it out. So maybe we'll be able to do the build with build a rig.
That sounds really fun. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Anytime I get to build something new like that, I always get excited. I'm like, yes.
Let me smoke you. Just kidding.
Yeah, I think you would. No, don't get me wrong. Like, so one thing I do have, if you ever play Project Gotham Racing or any of the older sim games, I used to set the platinum times in those because when I worked at Xbox. And so I actually am quite good at racing games, arcade-ish racing games. Like PGR, Forza Horizon, stuff like that. But I haven't, when you get into like serious sims, iSims, stuff like that. I've never really given them the old like real college try. So I don't know, but yeah, on race like regular arcade race games, I'm actually really, really, really good. But I don't know if it translates, Only
you could tell if it translates for yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to find out. So hopefully hopefully when I build a sim rig and then I start doing it, because that's the thing is like when we built the flight sim, I ended up spending a ton of time just just doing the same stuff over and over again, and I will get into that competitive mode and just do it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how that goes when we actually have one here in the studio. Because sim rigs, I mean, they're really not cheap. Like not if you really build nice ones.
No, they are not. And I mean, not just the real estate you're taking up for whatever you're doing. It's the space you're taking up, and then, well, the physical object of the entire sim together. And it's just like, oh my gosh, that's an investment.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's an investment in yourself and your time and a few other things.
Hey, Robey,
Not
a buddy
saying that
from
a
your
car isn't
PGR
wrong.
days was in a chat a few streams ago, and we talked. I forgot who it was, though. Oh, really? I wonder if it was Roger, one of those guys. Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you. That was my bad.
Oh, no. You're fine, though. I just saw from Rexus. Oh my god, I'm saying wrong. Oh, Brax. No, I can't. Nope, I'm not going to say that name right. Please say it correctly, and then I will repeat it.
Yeah, Horizon 6 I'm really excited about. I grew up in Japan. That's where my love for cars came from. Racing in Hachinohe illegally, but still it was super fun. And then, my first car was a 91 Honda CRX glass top. And those were more powerful over in Japan. I was basically part of the import tuner scene for a long time, and then fell in love with German cars, and now I just drive German cars. So, and that's okay. I can't be perfect, guys.
I mean, you can have a variety.
Yeah, I know.
Try
Like
Miata.
you,
Have fun with the Miata. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who said there's a lot of fun to be had with Miatas.
Especially if a manual, like you can toss anything at that transmission, and it just loves it. It's very forgiving. I feel like it's a great car for people that want to learn manual, because again, the forgiveness of it, you're not stalling it as quickly.
Ugh, with the old pop-up lights. I don't think you can get those anymore, right?
I mean, that's an NA Miata. I mean, that's all aftermarket or used market or anything like that.
Okay, guys, build is in a good space. Now we can do what we are excited about, that you and I were chatting about. We can take the bracket off and put our AIO together.
Heck yeah.
I love this feature in general. It just makes it easier.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, especially with the fans, if they have the ARGB lines and the fans individually on each fan, like routing the wires and everything and getting it all nice, if it's still stuck in the case is awful, but having to be able to route it carefully first and then put it in the case is nice.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. I was looking for my little screw holder. I thought it got stuck to because it's magnetic, I thought it got stuck to the case. It's like, where's my little magnet?
Yeah.
I don't want to lose screws. And it is a tall case, as you can see as I'm reaching to get up to it. I can lower the desk, though. That is something that I actually.
Say, you can lower the desk, right? Like
I can. But I feel like I'm showing. I'm trying to show it that, hey, look at this thing. Like if you have a tall one, like
He
being
likes
able
to
to
put his socks in after his shoes.
Yeah, I do. I put my socks on after my shoes. That seems to work really well. I would love if I was going to choose my first race car, and this is where my head has been, because I've been thinking about this ever since you and I chatted last time. Because Brenda was like, who's my wife? She was like, what would you race if you were? I said, you know what I'd do? I'd get an old 944. That's what I think I'd get. Because I feel like that's a good starter race car as well. And I have a couple friends who used to do those, and they're not expensive.
No, they're not. I mean, they're getting a little back up there again.
Yeah, they are.
Not crazy.
Because the other one that I actually think would be a lot of fun would be a 928, but 928s are actually relatively pricey now too. But I think a 944 would be a lot of fun. So, and you can find a good number of them and all that sort of stuff. And they're again another like engine combination. They're easy to work on. They're easy to tune. They're easier to tune. They're not like a 911 where you got to drop the whole engine.
Oh yeah.
So.
Been there with one of my friends. I mean, not my car, but definitely theirs. Not fun.
70 SS Chevelle all day. I don't know.
I mean, It's a really nice looking car. It really is. But it's also like a boat compared to some other vehicles.
Somebody's
So the muscle car is a boat.
yeah.
It's heavy.
It's hard to turn. It's really good straight.
Yeah.
Somebody had asked, he said, I wonder how much you have to pay for shipping with this PC if you live outside the US. We actually have somebody who won the last PC giveaway. I don't know, Blondie, if you could ask them just what, if they could give you an approximation of what they had to pay, because that'd be kind of interesting for other people who are doing international giveaway stuff. So it is a metal card. We're gonna put that in the case for somebody. It's got like a scratch code, so I don't know what you win if you use that. Because that would be an interesting thing, because I know that's an option. And it comes with stickers. Also, by the way, guys, so if you want to win some here's some stickers. Look at that. We'll throw those in the box as well for whoever wins the PC. Okay. I don't know if I don't see a lot of like Chevy Chevelle, like when you go and like watch like races at like our local track. Like if you I went and saw some at International Raceway in Portland. And like those ones are all like kind of the cars that you had talked about, like Miatas, that type of vehicle, more than likely.
I would definitely say, well, in the automotive industry, meaning you have a lot of people that have had their muscle cars, and there's something near me called the Dream Cruise, which is M1 Dream Cruise. You are definitely going to see tons of them.
Okay.
And I mean, it's because they built them here.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, up in Seattle, we're a lot of more tuner. You don't see a lot of, yeah.
I remember one of my friends who had moved from North Wisconsin to where I am, and just said it was so crazy to see a Mustang just anywhere when they were in Wisconsin, but they just came to where I'm at, and they're just like, they're everywhere. And it's like, yeah, it's because they worked on them.
Yeah. What we have here, more than any other car, are Teslas. Like, they're like everywhere. They're more Teslas than they're Honda Civics out here.
Okay.
And then I remember we went out to like, I think, where did we go?
Indiana.
Indiana, and we were like, I want to find a Tesla. Where is a Tesla? Like, where is one, right? They were like, nowhere. So it is kind of funny, like, you don't think about like how different people have different, like different markets have different car purchasing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it comes down to, well, what everyone's doing around that area.
Yeah.
They don't want to spend gas, so go electricity. Where for here, muscle cars just muscle some gas as much as we can. But also, for a while, just due to the fact of, well, science behind batteries, you're not going to get, or battery composition, I would say, you're not going to get the mileage that you want out of
Teslas.
You know, a Tesla or anything like that when it's really, really cold outside.
Yep.
And, well, the downfall of being where everything is a road, where in an inner city you might just have to drive a couple miles. Here you might have to drive 30, 40, 50 one day just to go to work or something like that.
Yep.
So.
Not wrong. Look at you.
Not getting that mileage.
Using
the
logic.
not going to take it either way. But I would definitely say warmer climates, you definitely see
lots of Teslas, yep. Okay, so this one uses magnets, which is nice. So there's only one cable I have to worry about. Just want to make sure it's in the right spot. We got peels on here. Oh, but they gave us little tabs, which is nice. Only one peel.
I love when the fans have the interconnects.
Yeah,
Those
it makes
little
it
pins to touch each other.
unified fan systems. Man, love them. And then our cable's right here. It's only one. They give you two for some reason, in case you wanted to use one of the fans for something else. I don't know. I don't know why they give you two, but oh well. You have two. There we go.
I wanted to bring it back to, I had to double check the year. I wanted to bring it back. I did have a 944 for a bit.
Oh.
It was 1985 and a half. And it was a brown, and it was a very well-loved and very used car. Meaning, like, things were definitely broken on it.
I like the way that you said it. Yeah, it was very well loved and very well used.
It had a different engine than you originally started with, and had a lot of other. There was a, I would say there was a parts car of a 944, and then there was the 944 that ran.
Yeah, my friend who I used to, he did like the Cannonball. He'd done a lot of racing and stuff like that. He was actually the creative director for Forza for a long time. His name's Chris. What is his last name? I just forgot. But anyway, he did 944. He did a 944 and he did a Viper. And I was like, okay, well, Viper, that's a choice.
That's a different type of car.
Yeah.
There's not many of those out there, actually.
No. Novak, that's his last name. Christopher Novak. If you look up Chris Novak, he's an easy one to Google or Bing, because I came from Microsoft. I'm one of the few people who uses Bing. But yeah, you could look him up. I worked with him a lot. Good friend of mine, absolutely. But he does a lot of racing, and he was the one who was like, "You should get a 944," because he knows I've always loved Porsches, and so I was like, and he was like, "This would be a good option for you." I was like, "Okay," and then
the
I was like,
944 has some nice hips. It's like little bubble, I don't know. I'm really into curvy cars, so like it's like that perfect weird part, especially in the 80s, the 944, where you got the wedge, like,
right.
More boxy look, but then it has like some nice curved hips. I don't know, but it's a fun car, it really is. So I would think you'd enjoy it, as long as you don't mind working in a car.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I'm like, with what time? That's the problem, guys. With what time? That's when it gets real. That's when it gets real. I actually do. I use both. I use Bing and Google, but sometimes sometimes I just miss it. But Bing is like my main search engine, and it works.
I feel like you're a rare one out there.
I am. To
I
be honest,
feel like a lot of the times what happened was people started on Mozilla and then went to Google Chrome, and then they stayed on Google Chrome because it was Internet Explorer, and then Chrome was natural to go with, Google itself, and you're just kind of stuck there. It knows me now.
plus there is something fun about saying just Bing it. Because then people look at you funny, like, what?
Bing gives you rewards?
Yes, it does. And that's the other reason. I've paid for Game Pass, I've paid for all sorts of things because of Bing rewards.
That.
Yeah, so in and of itself, and all the results, I've only been wrong 200 or 300 times, so it's fine. Just kidding.
Huh.
I've
learned something today. We don't call it Ask Jeeves anymore. We call it just ask.com.
Oh, is there really? Is it still around?
It's just ask.com. I mean, it could be wrong now. I could be wrong. Googling, or by Googling, I mean typing it in. Oh, I might be wrong. Right. Is it gone? Yeah, it just, why didn't it pop up originally? That was really weird. Yeah, it's ask.com. I remember their Jeeves was controversial, so that's how they got rid of Jeeves. Just like people don't use Yahoo as much as they used to anymore, at least in the United States, but it's really big and popular in Japan. I know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought you would have known that.
I'm gonna have to put the
being
lid
from
down.
Japan.
I'm gonna have to put the table down because this I can't get this dumb thing back in.
There we go. We could have done that the entire time.
I know, but now that's like I'm looking at this thing and it's like, how did this? And it no.
Did you flip it?
Oh, maybe it goes. Oh, maybe I have it upside down. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, that's why I wanted to. I was like, I had questions. I was like, I'm going to put this in so I don't do this backwards. I'm trying to do a one-time install of the AIO, and I actually have this backwards, so I'm really glad I didn't do that because I got to put this like this. There we go. Okay. That's my new halfway through the year goal, even though it's March. Do less double installations because I didn't, basically measure twice, cut once, but now it's measure twice, screw once, is what I want to do. That sounds bad when I say it that way, but that wasn't what I meant. I'm also I think I'm gonna have to use, these are I think I'm gonna have to use the washers here. This is a little too small of a screw that I think I just want the washer here. Don't want to have that pop out during shipping. That'd be bad. There we go. How is everybody doing? I know this is my favorite thing about these shows is that the conversations go everywhere. We've talked about racing, we've talked about Sims, we've talked about builds, we haven't talked about food yet, but it's only 2:30, so it'll get there.
I mean, Brian's gonna get hungry eventually.
He does.
Especially when Robey eats my snacks.
Yeah, he literally just had a fig. He had a fig bar sitting in our. He stuck it in the.
I left it on the tripod.
On the tripod, he stuck it in the tripod, and I was like, oh, and he goes, if you're hungry, you can eat it. I was like, done.
My gosh,
He gave me permission.
So that's your pre-show snack.
No, that was a different one.
Oh no.
No, that was mine. That was after Friday's show.
Okay.
I hadn't and Friday's show ended up going long. So the thing is my shows are from 1. I always have the best intentions for when I'm gonna eat. I think I'll have lunch at noon, and then some meeting, some call, something always comes up, and then I'm like, okay, well I didn't eat, and I should probably eat because that's not a good idea. Because then your show's gonna be 3-4 hours most of the time.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, well then and so today was a fig bar and a protein Chobani drink, and that's what I had until.
Ooh, what flavor of Chobani?
So it's the mixed. These things are awesome, by the way, guys. Yeah, it's the mixed berry. They're the 20-gram protein ones. They're really, really good. So these are the ones I drink. It's mixed berry vanilla, which are good. 170 calories and 20 grams of protein. And then a fig bar has 200 calories. So you just get your protein things right there.
Not me with my actual protein shaker here in this green thing anyway.
Yeah, I like the protein. The other ones that I do that I'm actually become really happy about is the Fairlife protein drinks, the 26-gram protein ones. They taste just like chocolate milk, but they also track really well. The macros are really good for that as well. But they're good.
No,
Bloody, they're
make
good.
mine from scratch. Well,
Yeah.
except from protein powder in it.
Yeah, yeah. I know a lot of people who really like to make their own shakes. It's just if I had to add that extra step, then I would never have a protein shake because I just don't. I'm already behind. So
Oh no, I get it.
Yeah. So for sure, there's some things that I wish, but comparatively, especially since I started this journey November of last year or whatever it was. So it's been going for a while. Just being really smart about it. It's just been so much better. Oh, okay. Okay, so we got this right. I measured twice, guys. So if I mess this up, I don't even know how it would happen. I literally would have just been like, okay, that was it.
Wrong measurement. You were in imperial versus metric.
Yeah, something I'd be like, I give up. I'd probably just quit and cry for a couple hours.
Want me to lower the desk?
No, it's okay. It's okay. But thank you for asking.
I was wondering if Brian was saying lower the desk so you can cry. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, he wanted that
offering.
too. He was gonna do that too. He wants to just see me cry. That's really honestly what he's hoping for.
Oh. Great friendship.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, we've been friends for a really long time, so he's at the point where he's like, I haven't seen you cry recently, so can we have you cry? just so I can feel that. Whatever sick feeling you have, sir.
I thrive on his tears.
Okay, it's in. It's nice. I like it. It's easy to get popped in. I probably shouldn't have screwed it in yet already, but that's okay. Okay, so here's our one screw. And that's gonna come down and back over here. And the cool thing is the way I measured this is I was like, oh, this is gonna work really well. I could actually even bring it to this corner, but the problem is I probably wanna run the fans to the CPU header. So I can actually have it come out right here. Oh, there's no, that doesn't go anywhere. That's literally a hole for nothing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it goes literally, it's just a hole that goes into this hole, this, whatever you want to call it. There's a hole there.
The drive? I mean, is there not a hole behind the drive?
No,
There has
there's
to be a hole
not.
behind the drive.
You'd think there would be, but there's not. See?
Okay.
So I can still route it over and in, but it was not going where I wanted it to go. I was like, oh, that'd be perfect. But I can still go up and they actually have
I was
some.
about to say, it looked like you could just route it through almost.
Yeah,
but...
it's got enough room. So I can just route it right here and then have it up top. And then they actually have, in the top, they actually have traps for cables. So, which is why I shouldn't have screwed this in yet, but I can unscrew it though. There's only 2 screws versus 83 screws. And now I'm gonna lower the thing. So what I'm gonna do is route that cable over so it comes down right in the right spot. But if you check this out, can you see up here, Brian, or is it too high? So this is the thing that they've done that's really nice, and I like this when they add these to here, is that they actually give you cable routing channels
Yeah.
for your
Routing
cables.
channels are really nice.
So what we can do is just take this cable and then just do this. And it gets you right to the center where you want that cable to go.
Thanks,
See?
Blondie.
How are you, Mr. Modad? Oh man, that one's perfect.
Mr. Modad as well. Oh, what car I race? I race a 2019 Miata or a 2024 Golf R. And then when it's not broken down, a Spitfire, 1967. Or no, sorry, 1976. That was a flip there. But that's because I'm still working on it.
Ooh. Okay.
And the Spitfire is just for giggles more than anything else. Just to see what that little toy car can do. And just the fact that the suspension is absolutely hilarious. So it's just the amount of lean you get in the car when you're going around a corner is silly. Not a spec Miata.
Yeah, I was just trying to get the cable.
Closest to, I would say, as to normal street legal, and there's just some minimum upgrades for a 2019 Miata. And not the hard top, the soft top, which my cat loves to sleep on top of. So there's like a little white spot of fur that I have to like clean off occasionally.
So what I'm working on right here is that right here on this one spot, they give you a little tie down so we can make it just sit right, there we go. Oh, and I heard your cat.
Oh, that is a different cat, and she just brought me a toy saying that, Mother, I give you
I give you this toy.
Yes. Toss it for me. She probably wants me to toss it so I can play fetch. But for Raxness, when it comes to Project Helix, it is announced, and I don't know what that means in regards to the fact that I feel like it's almost between, am I saying, yeah, Helix. I feel like we're starting the system war again, only just because of the limitations that the next generation PlayStation says they're going to have, of they're taking their games back. So
yeah.
I'm confused. Like, feels like the system wars are on again. PC Master Race or, well, PlayStation or Xbox. Especially since Xbox has kind of gone more towards of like, everything play again, yay. So.
It's going to be interesting because she said that the Xbox will actually play PC games.
Yeah.
So.
That's from my understanding.
Yeah, that was the latest bit of news that I saw. Again, you got to take everything with a grain of salt until we see like the official big announce, guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Everything that we have right now is a 30-second teaser of just the logo. And then what's been previously kind of chatted about, but it's kind of this. It's really interesting because I think Sony kind of restarted it back up with the, hey, we're not going to put single player games on PC anymore, and everybody's like, wait, what? And then so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do these.
And then for asking what breed of my cat was, I have all of my cats are short-haired. I have 2 voids, which are Merry and Pippin. That's right, I'm a Lord of the Rings nerd. Especially if anyone heard about my build beforehand. But I also have a tabby named Zoe. And then the garage cat, she came with the house. That's why she likes to sleep on top of the car. I try to bring her inside, she doesn't, so she likes to sleep in the garage. And she is a calico. And her name is Hookah, so that's just kind of funny. Previous owners named her. But she's absolutely adorable and lovable. And I'm excited to see all the LTR fans out there.
Was the cat in the contract for the house?
Actually, yes. I'm pretty sure one of the reasons why I got the house was because of the cat. They're like, will you keep the cat? And I was like, yeah, of course.
Duh. Done.
Yeah. Yeah. She's so lovable. She has like a smoker's meow too, which is absolutely hilarious because like, I don't know how to explain it other than that it's just like, it doesn't sound like high pitched, it's low and smoky. Welcome back, Mary. Okay. I'll grab your toy. Oh.
It's like, I am in charge right now.
Oh, the camera's going crazy.
Yeah, that
right.
camera is attentive for sure.
I can't see the cat at all. Oh no. Hold on. Just the camera settings.
Okay.
Zoom out a little bit. Yeah.
Got those nice and hidden. Man, that thing is fat, dude.
Eat. You didn't bring it all the way back. It's like half fetch. Throw it again, but I only dropped the toy halfway away.
Cat's like, I'm only willing to put in so much work in this relationship.
Yeah, that's fine. Let me. She's adorable. She loves to play fetch. And usually she's not this active during this time of day, so you guys are lucky.
Okay.
She's usually snoozing on my bed at this time of day. Oh, that's a nice, unique way to how they put the LCD on. That's nice.
Yeah, it makes it really easy. I just want to make sure I put it on right. So there we go.
Oh
so
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Like this. So now this is going to be, that's the top. Again, measure twice, install once. Yep. There we go. More?
All right, I'm gonna grab you. Nope, I'm gonna grab the toy. Here you go.
Come on.
There we go.
There we go. That one's in.
The jetpack cat. Love that.
Wow, that was like really hard to get on. Like, whoa.
It was definitely some effort. You were quiet. You were focused.
I bet you could have used an impact driver.
I think on this one I could have used an impact driver. I think you're right.
Finally, the one time you found it.
I know. If you're going to install this AIO, use an impact driver.
I like the fact that Threat 209 said Ugga They know it well.
Okay. Almost done. That was like, this one was like, I was focused because I was trying to hide the screws up at the top, so they're very minimal. I mean, the cables. And then now I'm like, okay, now I've got that. Now I'm just trying to get the AIO fully done. Okay, and there we go. That looks good. And the one thing that's actually really nice about this AIO, which you had kind of alluded to, is that you can take the screen completely off, wire up the AIO, and then all you have to do is then the screen's completely separate, so then you can worry about running the USB completely independently. And there's a lot of places to hide the cable. Because the cable's actually fairly short, but...
And thin and compact, because I made it
Yeah.
that ribbon-ish looking style.
Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip tie this closed, and then I'll hide this behind the screen, which will be great. I like it when it's all coming together slowly. This is the cable management part, guys. This is the focus part of the build.
All right, guys, how many zip ties so far? Just kidding.
Not too many.
I wasn't counting
Like
yet.
7,000.
I mean, I know there was a count at the end, but I should have been counting. I should have been typing, like, or creating
Like
my own
having your own like
counter.
to see if you were actually how close you were. We might have to do that on the next build and see like, okay, what did you get? What did you think? And let's see if you were actually accurate.
Yeah. I think it was Pokemon Stadium back in the day when you played against in one of their mini games. You played against the PC and like the lowest setting. You had to count the various Pokemon across the screen. And you'd count it just very easily, but then the PC would be like, in the last 2 seconds would like hit 10 more, and you're like, oh my god, this is absolutely hilarious. That's how I would do it, obviously. Just kidding.
Okay, so we're good there. This is looking good. I think this build is looking quite good. The hardest part is done, and luckily it's only there's no cable management for the AIO minus this one USB cable. Everything else is all why we cable managed up and into next to with the actual build. It's pretty cool. There we go. Come on, get in there. Perfect. Now we're going to route this through, and we got to run one cable in here.
Would it be good to go through the parts list? We got a question about the case.
Yeah, we can go through the parts list. What's the question about the case?
Just which one it is.
Oh. So here's the parts we're putting in today's build. As we can see, our beautiful graphic, and again, huge shout out to Sean for doing all this stuff with the World of Warcraft and all that sort of jazz. It's got an AMD Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. It's got an ASUS ROG Strix B850-F Neo Gaming Wi-Fi. ASUS Prime Overclock Radeon RX 9070 XT. We got the Patriot Viper VP4300 Lite, 1 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe drive. We have 32 gigs of 6,000 megatransfer CL36 RAM. That's worth $22 million. We have the ROG Strix Helios 2 ATX mid-tower case that's been customized by Blue Horse Studios with the Xalatath and the World of Warcraft. We have the Ryujin 3 ARGB Extreme AIO, which we just got finished installing. And then we have the Tough Gaming 750G 750 watt PSU. Again, let's go to Capture real quick. You can link your Stream Elements account with your Twitch account, and then as you watch, you can enter to win this amazing PSU. We're going to be announcing the winner on March 30th. We have 3 of these custom World of Warcraft PCs that we're going to be giving away. This is the first one to celebrate World of Warcraft Midnight, and then we have a Horde one and an Alliance one that we're also going to be building. And then, of course, if you don't know, we're joined by Julianne from Team Red from AMD. She is a technical marketing technical marketing
engineer.
Engineer, thank you. Okay, I wanted to make sure I put the right thing. I was going to say specialist, but that didn't sound right. But then I was going to say assassin, and then after that it was special operator. But that was just because I watched War Machine the other night. So then I thought of you as like, you were like a drop-in Army Ranger. But no, anyway, she's here joining us, and this is Team Red, and we're here live on both Robeytech, Twitch, and also AMD, building PCs so you guys can enjoy them, and hopefully somebody ends up being, ends up winning. And then, yes, she could be an assassin. I mean, she could be. I mean, nobody tells you you're an assassin. She can't sell us that she's an assassin, but she can't deny it either. That's all I got to say. Okay, we're going to run this. We're going to run this down over here. Okay, first I'm going to cut off this USB sticker. Oh no, I'm just going to move it down. Cool. Okay, so we're going to do this because we don't want any stickers showing. Only, oh, you actually get 3 on this. Actually, I'm gonna run this right here because it's less. This is a USB for the AIO. I feel like nowadays you kind of need 3 USB on motherboards, almost. There's a lot of things that use internal USB now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's get this cable managed into the build. Okay, guys. After this, it's GPU, PSU, and we're done. It's actually going together quite nicely. Beautiful build. I think it's going to be really, really nice when we're all said and done.
Also, having all that space really helps it go quickly and smoothly.
Yeah, which I actually really appreciate, like when builds just go smooth. Turdog, what was the question? I wasn't paying attention. I know Raxus always, he's like, I'm going to ask this 6 times because at some point in time you'll actually see this question. But I'm in the focused part of the build, which is like the cable management section.
Wait, hold on. Let me. If anything is not announced, I can't talk about it, hands down. But now I have to look for their comment. Oh, I can't say anything. Sorry, Turdog. You're asking me about any word on the next run of the AMD GPUs. I definitely can't say anything. I like my job.
I like this.
Doing my job.
I like this case. What are those holes at the top side that look like straps? Do you see anything that looks like straps?
Like the straps that we took off?
We took straps off that were literally physically, they were straps. And there were holes for where you put straps in to there to hold the case, because the case is hefty.
This is talking about the backside. It has those.
These right here, these are for cable routing your actual power cables. Which has kind of been which actually has been kind of like the latest case trend, is actually giving you cable routing, cable management for your actual rear cables. So like your GPU, all those other ones. So those can look nice too. Okay, so we got all that done. Get those out of the way. If you had to guess, Julianne, how many
Does that include the ones you?
that I cut?
What can I say?
That I've used? Yep,
Yes,
those
used
count
and
too.
cut then put back. Okay.
Yep. Though every
Honestly, I don't
no
think you've used that many yet.
no zip tie is left behind. No zip tie is left uncounted. All sacrifices are counted for this build.
Are the ones that came with
Again,
the
I really
build?
wasn't counting, so I'm gonna say you're only looking at 30s.
No, these ones in here. No, I threw that. I threw the only one that we cut it out away. Because they technically we didn't use them. I didn't use them, so they're not part of my zip tie count.
Okay.
Don't try and pollute the
Just
water.
trying to figure out the rules.
Everyone hates wire management, but you have to do it.
I don't
For the
hate
most
it.
part.
I think it's therapeutic, personally.
I'm talking to, well, Dirt, and then.
Yeah, Dirt Cracks is like, I actually like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know,
No, they're like
where are you on it?
I am, depending on the case, if it's a really small form factor case, I'm doing wire management, absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. If I'm doing it with a larger case, it's fun because to some degree it's nice to see how it looks very, I would
Clean,
say,
yeah.
clean and satisfactory.
Okay, guys, well, we have to put in the PSU now. That's where we're at. It's going together quite nicely. Whoa, that was a magnet. Let's get our beautiful 9070 XT out here. Front of the build also looks really good.
Just slam the back panel until it's flush. I mean, that's one way to do it, or... I will say there are some cases, though, that the back panel itself is still glass, so you still have to look at it.
Yep, the Evolve X2. But then some of those ones now, they've started giving you like covers for your cable management. So even if you still wanted to slam and cram, you could and it would still look nice. But I like it when it just goes nicely together, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get our GPU in. This has got that same little interlocked mechanism here. Let's scoot it over a bit, but you have to do this twist. And then there's no screw for the top ones. And these just kind of pop out.
What? Oh.
Yeah, there we go. There's no screws.
Okay.
Just kind of clips in there. Okay, so let's get our 9070 XT. You know what? This song seems to come up every time I get to GPU. It's like my favorite song in this playlist. Oh, he's opened it.
Oh, it's that knife, man. Every time.
Yep.
Yeah, it is open.
I have done a blindfold build against Splay. We did it last year at QuakeCon. And yeah, no, I can build a PC blindfolded. The only part that gets hard, there are parts that are like would be near impossible depending on the hardware you get. But I did most of it. Blind. Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
It was fun. And I think it was like one of those things I was really nervous about. But yeah, no, it got done. I was way ahead of Splay there for a while. And then, I don't remember. Oh yeah, it was, then we had to have our guest build part of it and he was slow. And then that's why I lost. So it wasn't my fault.
Then Splave had some issues.
Yeah,
post-game.
okay.
Yeah, and his didn't post and mine did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the end I won.
I mean, it has to post. Otherwise,
It
it's,
does.
Oh my gosh, that's the wrong direction. of the camera.
It's not even winning. Even the CPU I did blind, yep.
I'm tired. No.
There we go, beautiful. Not peeled yet. Everybody loves the GPU peels.
It is
And
nice.
we always let Brian
Alright.
get some time with it.
Wait, why isn't Brian peeling it off then?
Somebody's got to hold the camera.
Oh shoot, you're right. It is very appealing.
Yeah, this one is not coming off. Okay, there we go.
Peelgate.
Peelgate. Oh no. It went back. Okay. Whew. Yeah, you missed that one, dude. That was like brutal. Peelgate was a real thing. I was peeling the Epoch XL and part of the peel got stuck in the front glass and we're like, what?
Oh, no.
And like we couldn't,
Oh,
I didn't know
no.
how to take the front glass off, so I was like panicked that I couldn't get it out. That show went,
no,
that show
oh,
went
no.
so long because I couldn't get the peel. I was like, no. No, the thing's not on a tripod. We have a live human. Look at the quality.
It's Brian bot AI. I mean,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Wow. Wow, this has got three, holy moly, 3 connectors. 3 8-pins.
Yep. Probably doing that for that OC.
Yeah, there you go.
Camera critter.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Oh, Blondie. That's
Yeah.
great.
Did they do the
Brian
hamster?
Hamster?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Getting that peel off. Oh. I thought for usually their prime ones only have like they're usually kind of like they're more not budget, but they're like there's not a lot of
Mid-tier?
extra fluff. You know what I mean? And so I just was surprised to see 3 8-pins on this. But there we go.
Makes me want to look at the schematic to see how they balance everything out.
Yeah, no kidding. You would say that as an EE.
I love schematics. You have no idea.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Get you guys a little visual there. There's our 9070 XT.
Nice. Flowcharts? I do like flowcharts, as long as it's your initial planning phase, I would say, for schematics, right? And or to see how whatever you're building goes into an overall system. And then, of course, working on the software side, you go back into the flowcharts again.
People are like really excited. They're like, what about flowcharts? I'm excited to talk about flowcharts. Do you like flowcharts? I love flowcharts.
I also really like Excel too, guys.
Burke CG, thank you very much for the sub. Figment, thank you for the resub. 33 months, guys. Militor, also thank you for the sub. Okay, here we go. Bill, it's going in. See how long it's long. It should hit this last.
There you go.
My head's in the way. There we go.
That sag bracket should help. Oh,
Yeah.
anti-sag bracket, I should say.
Yeah. There we go.
It's so interesting to see that as a mechanism without, I mean, well, I would say relatively screwless design, right?
Yeah, it pushes
still
really
excludes
hard
on them,
down.
yeah.
So it's actually, it's more like it's got it here. Let's zoom in on it real quick over here, Brian.
Sure.
So what you do is you unscrew this over here, and then it's actually, it goes down,
Clamp?
it's like a clamp. And so it's actually, if we show on the inside here, Brian, you can actually see here what happens is that as you push down, then it does an additional force on the down part of it. You see it's like a little bit more like that. He's trying to get you a good angle for
doing
it.
on your fingers.
There you go.
Yeah, so when you
There
put
you
it,
go.
yeah, so like when you push it down, then it clamps, and then it causes pressure the other way, so you get 2 points of pressure because of the hinge, and then it just screws in and tightens down. If I can get, okay, there you go. It does a pretty good job of holding it in. So it's a nice little, and I actually did this on another case that I was just using from them. And then, of course, now we got to do is slide this up, which, there we go. Ooh, that's, ooh, wow. Hard to get this a little bit of just a.
Thank you, Blondie. I'm not AI.
No, no, definitely not.
I'm
You're
a
a
real
human.
boy.
I'm a real boy. There we go. Okay, and we got our sag bracket in. So there it is. We'll check. We have levels, so we'll make sure it's level. I know you guys are very excited about the levels. Okay.
Now, if again, as long as the plane which you're putting on is level, then it's fine.
Yeah. We just know if we
Right.
have to do it sideways. Yeah, because then that way is level. Okay, so let's
Yeah.
take a look. If it's level, we actually have a smaller level now too, guys.
Oh, a smaller one. Camera. Oh, there you go. I was like, the camera's in the camera. Brian AI. Just kidding.
Okay, it looks like it needs to go a little bit higher.
Yeah. Oh, almost there.
Oh, that was too much. This thing is not very. Oop. Come on, I need like a little bit here, guys. There we go.
The
How's that?
incremental adjustment is not there for fine tune.
Yeah, it slides too much. I say it needs a little bit more up. Nope, it needs a little bit more down. There we go. There we go. That's good. It's level now. Level now. Okay. Level is completed. Now we do PSU, guys. Leveled.
Going up.
Going up. Okay, now we get ready for this 750 watt PSU. Ugh. Found a random zip tie.
You need like sliders for when it gets those heavy. Geesh.
On one of them, oh, that's what it was. It's the PA602. That's what it was. The
That had
Pro Art
wheels?
build. It had wheels on it. So like you could roll it around. I was like, I need to put like powered wheels on the bottom of this so you could like drive on it. Okay, so this one we can take the bracket off of the back. I'm glad you like it, J21 Supra. You can win it. Make sure you link your account. Exclamation point giveaway gives you all the information you need. And then we have exclamation point giveaway help that like gives you more details if you're doing international. Robey TL did perform before. ASUS sent a tough 750 watt and see it works great on 96. So that is being used today. Basically is what you were trying to say in a way earlier. ASUS sent a 700, yes. It's what they had and it works. And it's what they wanted to use. And it's fine. And it also is a good story for AMD because it also shows that you don't need PSU. There's also a lot of stuff, but sometimes you don't need to overbuy on your PSU. There is no real reason because most people probably won't do that, right? Like, you know, it's like think about it. The people who buy above a 9070 XT are only 2-3% of the market. Most people aren't buying this level of GPU. So for them to say, hey, the only way that I'm gonna need that more money, that I'm gonna need to spend that is already way outside of what most people will spend on parts. So, yeah, but who's your daddy? I guess that's the point I'm trying to make is that most people won't do that. They won't spend that kind of money on a GPU. And that is literally, I'm not kidding when I say most people.
Can always upgrade later.
Yeah, you can, but you just don't need it.
No, absolutely not. I'm just saying, like, that's the thing about PCs is you can always upgrade later.
Yes, you can.
Do what you can at the moment, and then as the time and technology change, you upgrade.
Yep. Oh, is it Yada B? I mean, who's Yada B? Yada B, you think what it is? You think that's how you'd say who's Yada B? Or is it who's your daddy? Who's your dad B? Yes, I'm daddy. Yes, I'm daddy. You're not my dad. He's over there in the other room right now, but I appreciate it. I was like, I knew it had to be something with that. It felt like that was the play you were going for. Okay, let's grab our cables we need. We need one PCIe. We're gonna use this, which is our 16 pin to dual 8 pin. We need one more PCIe. We need one CPU. We do not need Molex. Ooh. Where do you stand on Molex, Julianne?
Molex, like
The power connector.
connector?
Yeah.
Oh, I have not power connector. Sorry, my reference to Molex. I understand there's obviously power connectors for CPUs. My recognition though was actually in design of it. So I was like, I love Molex for designing things when it was automotive.
Oh yeah. They're just the connectors are
I've
like.
not had a problem. So
Yeah.
it's
I always say Molex ooh. It's actually like one of our emotes. But it's not. There's nothing really wrong, and I do understand they actually provide more power than SATA. They can provide more power than SATA. Now it's nice because now they have gone to PCI for additional power on components, which is nice. But yeah, the connectors are always like the pins don't always go in all the way, and you're like, oh come on.
I am now. Am I in the wrong reference? No, like specifically the connector, right? Like the connector company. Just making sure. Yeah. Okay.
You're in the right reference. You were in the right place.
Yeah. I'm just making sure. I was like, is there another one?
No, you're not. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
I would say
We were in the right country. We're all in the same place.
Yeah. Back to that, I would say like what I've had in the PSU is I have not had any issues. So, but I also really haven't had ASUS power supplies.
Well, I think it's Molex in general. Like if you did a lot of custom, and I don't know if you've done a ton of custom water cooling, but a lot of the old, like really, and then Thermaltake loves Molex. I don't know why, but like anytime, it's like they just don't. They're always harder to connect, all that sort of stuff. But yeah.
No. My experience actually with Molex is mostly actually customized
Positive.
automotive of SMA connectors for a variety of RF stuff, so it doesn't help you guys here at all. Like a design engineer came in and be like, they were great. They created a custom design for me before once, way back in the day. But no, I understand what you're saying.
There we go. I'm glad people are happy. What are the other connections beside Molex? SATA, PCIe. There's now the 12 plus 4 pin or the 16 pin, which is the other one. And I think those are kind of the other one. How much RAM is he putting in this build? It's DDR5, 32 gigs.
Yep.
It's about $22 million in RAM.
That fluctuates on the day's market.
Yep, yep. It was $200 yesterday. Now it's $350 million. They are like braided cables, which is why I love this PSU. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, guys, we're gonna plug in our cables. We have to use all the cables today. Okay, so we're gonna throw 24 pin.
I will laugh at the fact that I've always just called it the 4-pin connector and not Molex. I just did my deep dive. Now I know. And then everything else was, well, 8-pin and then SATA, of course. They're all labeled that way.
And nobody's SATA when you use those.
Yeah.
3-pin
What is
SATA.
Molex connectors anymore anyway? Other than like
Thermaltake. Thermaltake
Oh,
does.
okay.
And there's
I
like,
was like old optical drives and older hard drives.
it's really, honestly, it's the people who use them, it's because SATA doesn't actually carry enough wattage, and there wasn't another alternative. So if you needed more power than what SATA could provide, that was your only option.
Okay.
Which I did not know until later. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Is BTF good? Absolutely. BTF is amazing. And if you really want to just build super clean builds, BTF is incredible. I do not have any, all of my ones that I have here are all not BTF. You're all show the cables. But yes, BTF is good. Yeah, I wish I had a BTF build back here because they are super clean. Even Brian agrees. And Brian is AI, so.
I disagree with everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so a Molex uses 18 gauge and SATA uses 20 to 22 gauge. Okay. I got it now. Sorry.
This is when you have the
Everyone
EE. The EE is like, okay,
gonna say-
now I need to understand these questions, and I need to, you're
I
giving me
definitely wanna know.
information.
So I was going to say, when it comes to gauge wire, which is AWD, when the number is higher, it actually means it is a smaller wire, which means you can't get as much current through it, which means you are creating, if you're putting too much current through that little wire, you are now essentially creating a light bulb or a toaster. So you want appropriately gauged wire to drive things that require more current.
Yes, which
With
now,
power comes great resistance and responsibility. Just kidding.
so there is our window there, but now it's like, yeah, so that was the big thing, is like there are certain, like especially for like RGB, like big controllers and stuff like that, that's where you'd see them use it, or pumps.
Yeah.
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 So it's like you didn't have a
I was supposed to
choice.
say, the only other things I've used recently, I mean, because LEDs, right, for ARGB and everything, don't require as much current, because that's the whole benefit of light emitting diodes. So yeah, I'd use SATA to power a small hub for the fans and everything, but nothing else. Wow, that's a blast from the past.
Okay, so Brian will start back here. I'm gonna try and do this so you guys can see my stuff here. It's just big. Okay, so we're gonna do, this is our SATA. We're gonna hide this inside of the little cubby here. We have 3 SATA connections. 2 of them are for this hub. I'm assuming, I don't know what actually the third one's for. I'm really surprised there's 3. But there are 3 that are just for the case in general. So we're gonna plug all those in, and we'll cable manage that here in a minute.
For the case of general, does it have a LED row? Or like
I don't know. It's funny because I thought it made sense for 2, which I've seen some bigger hubs have 2, but this one actually, and this one, like, look, this one's like a smaller, like these 2 have triple wire, and then this one's smaller, but it all runs up to this cluster up here, but I don't know what it actually does.
Okay, so maybe it has just only has 1 voltage line versus the other one.
Okay, so next up, guys, big case. We're gonna grab our 2 CPUs. Which are, where's our other one? There's one. That's a PCI. That's, okay, wow. Here's our 24 pin. Trying to get these organized here. There it is. There's our second CPU. So here's our 2 CPUs. Now, one thing I'm doing here is, like, notice the reason I'm doing this is because I do not want these all tangled up. So there's our 2 CPU connections. Yep.
Darn. At that one moment, entangled.
Yeah.
You're just braiding the hair.
I'm trying not to. That one's wrapped. Okay, cool. There we go. So there's that. So these are going to go up here to this up here in the side. I think this is going to be long enough. This is a pretty long case.
Yeah, you might have to.
They're going to be
Different direction? Extensions?
I don't think we'll need extensions. They're just. I think they're just going to run across the front. They're just going to be diagonal. Okay, we're going to unscrew this.
I know for my X50, I had to have an extension because
They were just.
it was just like just too short.
Yep. We had that happen with our X50 the other day too. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to rotate this 90 so that way Brian can see. Come over here. First one. There we go. Second one. This is why I love having these brackets for AIOs, is because you can do stuff like this and not have to like install your power cables early. Okay, there we go. Okay. So there's that. All in and controlled now. We'll see how we'll worry about cable management once we're done getting these all in. There we go. Boom. One more. I would leave this unscrewed, but we found out it falls in on itself, so we can't do that. So I have to screw this in or it'll just like unclip and you're like, oh, great. So it feels like actually what we can do, looking at this here, Brian, is we can actually run this. This actually has enough room to run down and through this cable channel here. And that's probably what we're gonna end up doing here. Look at that, just enough. Oops. What the deuce?
Blondie was asking, what are we putting on the screen? What scene of WoW are we putting on the screen, I guess?
I haven't figured that out yet, guys. Honestly, that's a good question. And you'd think that I would have, but I did not. Because the other thing too is, like, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just kind of search and see what's available, and then we'll see what happens. But I think what I'd love to have there is the logo, like just I think there's an animated logo if I'm not mistaken. So I think we should be able to just do the WoW Midnight logo. The other option would be putting Xalatath on there. I haven't seen an animated Xalatath so far. And the other thing too is we also have digital artists on the team, so we could always have them make something too, which is always good.
How does that work, like, legal-wise? I always get.
It's called
there's so many things.
Working with Blizzard. That's the good thing.
Well, that's that.
The former president of Blizzard used to be my old boss at Xbox, but Josh Kerwin, who is one of my very, 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 very good friends, is one of the marketing managers for Diablo, and I actually have a lot of the game industry is a small industry even now more than ever. So it's we're working with Blizzard on this project, which is cool.
That makes a lot more sense. I, as not an influencer and just a technical marketing engineer, do not have those connections.
Yes, that's always kind of the cool thing where it's like I get to use my game industry stuff sometimes. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is the 24 pin. It works every once in a while. I get a bonus. I get a help.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay, so that one I probably want to just have it go up here. And I'll go to the back.
Someone
here.
said a pic of Henry Cavill would look so good. I would agree with you if this was a Witcher build.
Yeah, that doesn't really help us. Or Warhammer 40K. He's not. I
Oh,
don't,
yes, there's that as well.
though he actually almost did not get his job as Superman because he was raiding in World of Warcraft.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. Priorities. I like it.
So this zip tie is just there to create the right tension on the PSU to make sure that it is maxed out and at a 90-degree angle, which is the most important thing for the front. The front's got to look really good, right? That's like the most important part. And we'll put another one there just to make sure it looks really clean. What is this? What is this? Gotta find this one. This one.
It's like, yeah, under the bottom weird way.
That one. Okay.
Robey's face or Henry Cavill. It's a toss-up. That's the chat says. Or at least Chris
Wow,
Chan
you
says.
guys are very kind to me. I love that I'm even in that same window. I don't think that's, I think you guys are lying, but okay, I'll take it, you know.
All right, well, Robey, if you had it like an animated Looney Tunes, like original art style in, where you like spin around and then it's just like from small to big, that'd be kind of cool.
This is
maybe
where we
not
have,
this build.
yeah,
but...
none of this. This is a World of Warcraft build, but yeah, for sure. That would be actually pretty rad. This is pretty fat, guys, but this is also Velcro, which is nice, so I can make that go really, really taut.
A lot of people say there are Zalatoff gifts out there, so, or sorry, GIFs, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
The right way, which is GIF.
Not according to the creator, but yes.
He did that. He did that. From what I understand, he did that just to drive people insane. Like he literally did that just to rage bait people.
There's nothing wrong to want to rickroll everyone
Yeah.
for the rest of their lives.
Because like his whole thing was like it's because I think there was some other follow-up comment later that he was like, dude, it starts with the G. What do you like? He's like, I don't even understand why people are asking the question. But it was like, but yeah, he's like, I said that just to rage bait people. Now somebody told me he said that. I don't know if that's true. That could not be true. I'd like to believe that that's what actually happened. Okay, guys, that looks clean. Couldn't quite run that up and over, but I don't want to because it's got to be at that right angle. And then these are all our GPU cables. And the cool thing about this is that these GPU cables, there's a special spot in the PSU shroud. Right here, Brian. You want to show it? I don't know if
Just to go directly under,
yeah, it goes
so it
direct.
doesn't have to go.
So it comes straight up.
Oh, that's nice.
There's one. You just got to route them correctly, which is always a... Uh-oh. I did what I didn't want to do, which is take out the plastic thing. Hopefully I can... Okay, there's two. One more. Did I pull all three of them through? One, two... Okay, here it is. Last one. Okay, now we got it. All these through. And then just get this back into the spot. Or these rubber grommets, it's like, how did they get them in there? You'll never know. And when you try to get it back in there.
You are. It's a tight spot there. And it's the plastic cover or rubberish cover that you're trying to put back in there.
Yeah, it's like the worst. And it's like I felt it come out and I was like, no! This is gonna be at least 2 hours of the live stream is me getting this grommet back in. Brian just literally cried right now. And then when it pops in like really nicely. You just have to get it to actually happen. And we will celebrate that day when it happens. I think it happened.
It's been 84 years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Nice Titanic reference there.
You're welcome. My heart will go on. It's fine.
Oh, no. Okay, now a little bit of it. This is where we have to make this happen now. I have to make sure that this does not get tangled.
I was about to say, it kind of looks a little tingly.
Yeah, this is the part where it's like I pull it all through and then I make it all come out again, but where is this one? There it is. One more random cable. Oh, please don't pop out. Please don't pop out. Stay in there, rubber grommet. Okay.
Robey vs. Robber Grommet, 2026.
Yeah. Okay. Now we make it look nice. This rubber grommet is not quite in again. It's just the bane of my existence right now. Come on, go in. Okay, okay. Hey, I think you did it. Good job, rubber grommet.
Now the question for you, do you like ever putting the shrouds, the color shrouds over that just to hide it so you don't have to worry about how weird the management looks?
Hopefully it won't look when I zip tie this like the way I'm going to. I don't think it'll look bad, but I have never tried using the shroud. It should look pretty clean.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying there are the ARGB's shroud coverage just to make it look cool sometimes.
No, you're not wrong. I've done it like a few times, but it's not very often. Because those sometimes those cables are those ARGB shrouds are unforgiving in terms of how flexible they are.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And so it's like, oh, come on. But yeah, I know some people really like that look, and I'm not against it. Just haven't done it a lot. That looks nice, I think. Looks clean.
Yeah, it's clean.
There you go.
Bring out the snips. There you go.
And then we hide the little bits here behind it so you don't even see them. It's called, I don't know where that went. You see the cable, the zip tie head?
Did it go into where the shroud?
Where is it?
To the ground.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. I didn't want to lose that because people will be like, you missed one. And I voted even, and it's odd because you missed one. So then you get angry. Yeah, okay.
I thought you were just going to make it a rattle toy for the person who receives it.
Okay, guys, all we have to do is a little bit more, very little. The rest of it's pretty close. We have a little bit of light cable management left just down here, just to hide in the shroud, and then we're done. We gotta turn it on. 17 hours later. It's been 84 years.
But did she throw the diamond at the end of the movie? Come on.
She did, and I was like, really? You know what I mean? You could have, your daughter could have like survived off of that for like generations. But you know what? Poor Jack. And let's be honest, there was enough room on that wood for Jack.
There was enough room. There was absolutely enough room.
She had to get rid of him though.
She was like, and then she threw away the diamond. It's like, oh, okay.
I can't remember, didn't Mythbusters do, or someone did the door science?
Oh, did they? That feels like it was worth it.
Maybe wrong with Mythbusters. I can't remember or not.
It feels like a Mythbusters thing to do.
Yeah, she had to get rid of the evidence. Enough room? Yes. Enough points? No.
Is that what it was?
I mean, that's what NP's Inc. said. But also depends on the weight and a few other things. So, yeah.
Okay. Last little bit. We're going to just put in the little hole here. There it is, guys. Build is done. Everything's in the shroud. If I wanted to be a little bit more clean, what you could do, and it's not necessary. I think I actually am going to do one up there. Is you could do some zip ties just to make it look a little bit more clean in the around the GPU stuff. Like, sorry, around the PSU cables themselves, just to make them look like a little bit more intentional. You know what I mean? Like you could put one here, and they serve no purpose other than looks. But if you wanted to just make it look a little bit cleaner, you could do that.
I would say that would definitely be a thing if there weren't for that really cool graphic on this glass.
Yeah, which I mean, again, the thing is like you won't be able to see it because we're going to put this cover on it. We're going to put the shroud cover. Yeah, we're going to put the shroud cover over it right now. Which I hope is going to fit. This is always the problem.
I was about to say, are you going to be able to reach? Oh yeah, you can definitely see that one screw point, I think, so. Towards the bottom.
Yeah, I always... It always is like, this is the challenge, is just getting this thing on here. Okay, there you go. Yeah, see, it's like barely gonna go, but the screw will hold it down. So there we go. And then this one right here, this is always the part where you're like, okay, this has got to go. There we go. That's the only part that's kind of tight there. Where did the screws go?
Oh, aren't they still in the plastic there?
Oh, they're in there. Oh, thank you. They're captive.
Yeah.
Am I blocking it?
Of course they're captive. That's why you know I'm an assassin. I mean, what? Just kidding.
That one goes there. Okay, that one's good. Okay, this one. Okay, I gotta find where this bottom screw goes so I can open the. Oh, it goes right there. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, that's the part where I was worried on the bottom half because there's so many places.
Yep.
That are just around everywhere for that. And you have people start going in saying if they're team odd or team even. One even said they trained their children to be team oddies. If I read that correctly.
Feels like it's in the right spot. It's not quite getting in there. I can see where it's going and it feels like it's...
I think it's just slightly misaligned.
Yeah.
Just because I think I can see a little bit of a point where the screw went beforehand.
Yeah, exactly. So I just got to find the...
Go a little bit more to the left, I think.
Oh, it's a little bit more down too. There we go, got it. Just had to find the right place. And then we pull this down a little bit more.
Thank you,
No.
Blondie. I tried to be engaging. And it's fun, that just comes natural. Just kidding.
Dude, I got you in before. Why are you not?
Well, you've changed your stack up now. It's one of those things if the stack up was shifted from the top to the
It
bottom.
was so great. Everything was in.
So what you're saying is when I do B-roll, I'm not taking this panel off.
No, you can struggle and put it back on together just like Robey did.
Goes right and then down.
I'm just imagining Brian like looking at the side going like this, being like, there's angle, yep, there.
Yeah.
Dude, come on.
Magpolar said, why are you hiding all the beautiful cables?
I don't have to actually, because the cables actually do look good, but I want to put the shroud on, guys.
Well, the case came that way, so give the case what the case wants.
Yeah, give the exactly. Trying to find where this one looks like it wants to go.
I was about to say, if you like push it and then push it from the center and then kind of push it more towards the top, that will help.
That's what I was
right?
trying to
because
do,
I
yeah.
expect the stack up is because it's pulling it higher towards the bottom. So in the misalignment is like screws supposed to trying to go here, but it's like this, but the hole's here.
There you go, found it. Okay. Okay, we got it. It's in. Got it, guys. It's in. Now it's all covered. Let's hope I hooked everything in right. Wipe off the plastic from all of my nasty fingernails. Fingerprints. There we go. Okay, there's that. Cables are all in and locked. Let's do put the back panel on. Beautiful
Wipe off your
Zalatath.
biometrics.
Exactly. Boom. There's Zalatath on there.
And this had the really cool push button to take the panel off, right? Or
Correct.
something like that?
It does. It has a cool push button like the AP 602 and the Hyperion and a lot of their other just kind of more prominent cases. So right here is the button, and you just push that and it pops out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's awesome. This looks like a great QuakeCon case.
Oh yeah, for sure. I hope who wins this takes it to QuakeCon, and then I get to see it at QuakeCon when we're there. Okay, let's put this down, and then let's see if I can figure out how to put the straps on.
It's like refolding a map,
Yeah, exactly.
a paper map. You know, the things that old timers used to use.
Okay, so this goes in like this.
I was about to say, Brian, can we get an overhead? Thank you.
Yeah, somebody get a timer.
Wow. Rude. Okay, that looks like that
I
goes.
was like, that's not the correct direction. Yeah, I think it's the other one. Yeah, there you go. Maybe.
Maybe. No. Maybe. No. Yeah. No.
No, it's the other way. It's the. I think that's the back half of the case one, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, it looked good there for a minute. But yeah, I think I see what you're saying, right? Because it's like this has got to go. That's got to go
preset
like
angles.
that. Yeah, like this. Okay, because this has got to go like that, right? And then this goes here.
That looks a lot more correct, yes.
And then this goes, oh, there we go. And this goes like this. There, okay, so that's the top one. So there's one.
You had a
Hey!
50% chance, then you got it the second time.
So you just got to look at the angles. This has got to go out here, right? Looks like it makes sense. And then this goes underneath this one. Is it? Oh yeah, you're right. That's not the right angle. Oh, you're right. That's not the right angle. I think the black, this one probably goes towards the, okay, so this must be here. Because I think there's a Strix on both, there's like a logo on both sides. And if this goes, yeah, I think this goes underneath this, right? There we go. Okay, it should go like that. Well,
You can carry it around. You can put your.
because it's got to go over here. It's got to go here.
I think.
And then this goes like this, yeah.
Okay, I was like, I can't tell here. Originally, I couldn't see if it was just
There you
accidentally
go.
upside
See?
down. Yeah, no, you
And
got
then
it.
you can carry it. We did it!
Noise.
We did it! Not quite straight, but that's an easy fix.
Lovely strapping young case.
There we go. LAN party accessory connected and thing done. Okay, so now we got it all done. Okay, let's do our zip tie count.
Odds or evens?
Odds are even. Here we go. We're gonna find out. The first build of our World of Warcraft midnight builds is done. There was a lot more zip ties than I thought. Looks good though. It's like nice and clean. It does.
Someone
It looks
said
nice
put
and
a-
clean.
Someone said put a pole through the strap so you can carry it with people. So
1,
like,
2, 3,
on the
4,
size of your
5. You could,
carrying
yeah. You could
shoes,
like do it
something
like an arc almost.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 25. 29. 29, guys. It's odd.
So close to 30.
So close to 30.
And odd, though.
It is odd. There we go, guys. Odd today. Okay, so there's that. Build looks good. Everything's straight. All the cables look like they're plugged in correctly. Okay, let's turn it on. Here's the real moment, guys.
Will it post?
Will it post? I'm gonna use the longer. There we go. Man, this has got a lot of I/O in the back. Jeez.
Love to hear me about some I/O, just because there's so many things to plug in nowadays, especially if you're a streamer.
Well, it's funny because it's a B850 board, so it's like, it's like B850. It's just like there's a lot of I/O for this a B850 board, which is nice. Okay, so we got that. Got to take this away. Throw our HDMI in. Here we go. We got these little clips here, Brian. Check them out. I don't know how they work. Okay, so it clips out, and then you can put your.
That's so you can. Oh, heck yes. Oh, that's nice. Um,
So you like run all your cables
Yeah. I was gonna
through
say,
the
I
side.
more to this case, you had to use the still use straps, but having something like already built in is really
Yeah,
nice.
so that way it's just like it's a little bit nicer. There you go. It's all
Can't accidentally put
clean.
your cable out.
Now we need to grab our keyboard and our mouse, which we are using today, the Helios, or sorry, the Azoth, and we're using the Harp Ace mouse. Put the knife away, take a drink of water. So good.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Exactly. Okay, let's grab our mouse. Okay, there we go, guys. Flipping this on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, it's on.
That's a cool screen, like the load up screen. Just goes right to ROG.
And then it went upside down for a minute. Hopefully, yeah, okay. Oh, there's a
No,
little
it's-
peel right.
Did you you forgot a? Nope.
I
okay,
forgot a
thought you
peel.
forgot, like a,
No,
there
I
you
forgot
go.
like a small peel, not a big peel. There we go, guys. And it is posted. So we can go into here. Oh wow, look at this.
I am covering something.
That is
You're
that is
covering something.
that is a completely new. That's a
That is a
completely
new
new, that's a
BIOS.
complete new BIOS.
Used to the
Yeah.
red.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that is very new. Okay, let's gonna pop this in here.
Braxall is asking if you're going to sign the computer.
Which one? The one that the one that you won, Braxel? I don't know about this one, but the one that you signed, you asked me to. You want an orange Height X50 build. Okay, now we gotta wait for Expo to train. Ooh, that's not light at all, just so you know. Waiting for training.
The memory is just going, yeah, yeah. The Rocky song. Running up the stairs, running down the stairs. Just kidding.
That looks good. It is, that is gonna be, especially when we get it all purple, which
Yeah.
we hardly do purple on this show. It always makes Brian laugh. We do purple and blue a lot. And red. Red gets used a lot too. But this one, it's because it's midnight, so it's gotta be purple.
Yeah, it definitely has to be purple.
Yeah.
If you say you use purple and blue a lot, I mean, I understand blue, but what other else do you use purple for?
Just because it looks pretty. I like purple.
Okay.
It's a good color. There's no other reason. NZXT, we've used it because obviously we'll do NZXT builds and that's their color, but yeah. Okay, what do we need? We need Armory Crate. So we're boosted, we're in. Expo's on. Let's see here, let's look up World of Warcraft. Midnight. Well, let's go to Bing, you know, 'cause that's what we gotta do.
So for the AIO, is that loaded in then through Armory
Yeah,
Crate?
through Armory Crate.
Okay, cool.
Craft.
Just wanted to make sure if there wasn't a extra additional app.
Night. Animated GIF. What we got here? Oh, see, so there's that one right there. So there's a Xalatath right there, 356x200. And then I'm sure there's a logo. There it is right there. Oh yeah, I got to display, duplicate display. We already have everything all set up here. Duplicate. There we go, keep changes. Go to 125. So we have a couple here. We have a Xalatath. She doesn't really. She's just. Oh, she smiles. Okay.
That could be great.
That could be a good one. Here's a World of Warcraft Midnight.
Just that small smirk of.
That doesn't really. That's just kind of there. What about this one? That's just a logo. I think that like the Xalatath might be the best one. That's not.
Some people are saying to use a dedicated GIF site versus just Bing search.
First, we're going to do this. Aura Sync, Aura Effects. We'll go to static and we'll make it purple because we'll start there. More like a World of Warcraft Midnight Purple. There we go. Okay. There we go. Look at that. It's already a start. Settings, update center. Okay, so we got that needs an update. So that's why we're not seeing it yet because we got to wait for the update for the extreme. So you're talking about like Giphy or something like that?
Giphy, I think they said tenor.
What is, I don't even know what that is.
Tenor.
Tenor?
Yeah.
Let's see what Giphy's got. Wow, World of Warcraft Midnight. Oops.
Someone responded saying tenor is what Discord uses.
Oh. Okay, so we got that one. That looks nice. It's kind of low quality though. Ooh, look at that Xalatath coming through. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that one's cool. That is really cool.
And that's from the end. That's from the intro cinematic. That's one too. This one looks kind of creepy. That could be a good Xalatath one. I like this one a lot. Oh, let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna just copy the link. And we can also download it too, just in case. Oh no. Oh no, this is why. We'll see what we can do when we get this in there. It's updated. Where do I... Devices. I don't see it in here. Fan experts here. Might have to reboot. Sometimes it has to do that.
I just looked it up on Tenor, and for whatever reason, the first two ones are with her eating spaghetti noodles.
Okay.
I don't know why. What?
We're gonna reboot and figure out what we can do from here. Luckily, Giphy works as well. Her eating spaghetti, that's kind of weird.
I really want to know the story behind that, but maybe I don't at the same time.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because of that. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the same thing as Will Smith eating spaghetti, which was like the AI test, right?
Yeah.
So Xalatath needs to eat spaghetti as well? I have no idea. Some of them, like the cool thing is like a lot of the newer AIOs, and this one's a little bit older, but a lot of the newer AIOs have actually let you like direct link from like sites like Giphy and stuff like that, which is actually kind of nice. Nice purple there. All right, we're gonna create. That rebooted really quick, actually. There it is. There's the extreme. Sometimes you just gotta reboot. Okay, so we got some options here. Image or... Oh, hey, look, you can go right to Giphy.
Huh.
World of Warcraft Midnight. And there's this one, which we could do. Let's see how that looks. It's saving at 0%. So far, it's looking really good. Hopefully this saves.
It's thinking.
It is thinking, and it's thinking hard. It's all come down to this, guys. It's come down to this right here, which is, okay, I'm gonna go off of this. I'm gonna go to, just make sure that this is up to date. There's nothing else. That's all of our, okay, let's go to devices again. Our Ryujin, still trying to load. Okay, let's quit Armory Crate and try it again. Things are gonna happen. Okay. Loading. It didn't change it here. This is it's a little slow for this thing. So Amazing Chestro says it leaps to 100% after 10 minutes.
Wait. Let me dig through that.
Right now, it's still loading
never-
just the thing, just getting into the app.
Okay. There might be just a disconnect between the website to. So is that, I guess, Amazing Chestro?
He said that isn't actual factual. He just says it. He was like, oh, he's like, I'm just saying. He's just like, I'm just spouting stuff.
Okay, because I mean, sometimes people actually have experience with this, where it's just like 0 for a while.
Yeah.
And just,
I haven't used it. Like most of the time, it's not this slow, and
So that's why I was curious if it was an issue directly downloading it from the website versus like you saving it and then placing it on.
I have seen I think I've put Armory Crate in a weird spot, so I'm gonna restart again. It's always the fastest way. When in doubt, restart.
I too would agree with you.
You're saying do the Zalatath one? It looks good. I mean, it's all purple. That's good. We got the color right. We just need to get the right logo on the screen. It is working. I wonder if there's some sort of, I don't know, show that in there, Brian, but if you look at the fans, it looks like there's stripes on them.
The front fans?
No, the front fans. If you look here, it looks like there's almost stripes in the front fans. Do you see them?
Yeah, I don't think it's stripes. I think it's a design of the plastic. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it's you know, like the edges of fans sometimes have like this scallop edge.
Oh, okay, yeah. It looks cool. It's the pattern from the front filter breaking through visually, is what Need of Temperate says. Okay, now we're hoping this loads. Last time it was a little slow. Oh, no, that one did not go slow. Okay, so we can go to Giphy. Okay, he's saying do Zalatath. Zalatath. Oh, that
the
one.
first results.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens. So far, it's done really well. I like it. I do like that one, but it sounds like it almost feels like it may just. Oh, he's got one for me. Okay, he's going. He's like he just downloaded one for me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. If this doesn't work, we'll just put it on that way. This is when you have a team and they're like, yeah, this is not going so well.
Was that Brian who found it? Or?
No, that was
Who can we
Damien.
thank?
Damien was like, I got you.
Thank you,
Runs in with-
Damien.
He ran in. He literally
With a
ran
thumb
in with a
drive.
USB device and was like, here. Okay, I'm gonna do reboot again. I just feel like it's Giphy, and because it's pulling it from
Yeah.
a site.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And that's definitely what I said also, but meaning like not in a mean way.
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
You're just. I mean, we're seeing it live on the show, unfortunately. So Most of the time, I'm actually a huge, like Armor Crate has gotten so much better. And they've taken a lot of the stuff out of it, so it's way faster. But the Reunion was before they had done that teardown. So like now there's the ASUS driver site and all that sort of stuff. And I love their fan expert. There's a lot of things I really do like about Armory Crate. So it's gotten way better. Well, that's what Damien's done. This is when you have a team who's here who's like, okay, he's struggling. He can't leave the studio and go do this, right? So he just like goes and grabs a. All right, let's do this again. Well, first thing I'm going to do is pull this off of this flash drive. Oh, let's just put it in downloads. Armory Crate. Okay, here we go. I can eject this. I don't... Come on, Zalatath. Get on
Mighty.
here.
Have a good night.
See you later, Mighty Zealot.
Mighty's in the UK timing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, downloads, Zalatath. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a different Zalatath. But he wants...
Good.
That works. Okay. Let's hope this goes better. It's on my hard drive.
Oh, no.
I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient. I don't know, like, is it just, it's about writing to the device? Like what it is? I don't know.
I mean, maybe they have the slowest interface for USB. It's like USB 2.0 and it's just like, eh.
I mean, the GIF is how long? How big?
It's not that big, probably.
It's 8, oh, it's not small. It's 8 minutes.
Oh, okay, actually
That's like quite big for a GIF. I'm just gonna give it. I'm gonna be patient this time, guys. Maybe we're not being fair.
Next question was, do you think it's a driver issue?
Yeah, I mean that is fair. It could also be like the different USB. Like sometimes I do know switching USB headers on. I mean switching to a different USB header on the Mobo, which is easy to do. So I'll try that next if this doesn't work. We got to get Zalatath on the screen. You know what I'll do? How about I do this? RG, RY. Where's the box? Where's RY, U, Gen 3, doesn't load GIF. Let's see what this is.
$3 years ago. Oh no.
By changing to default, this is a good one. I got the 3 same issues, and then I think you have to use a tool. I feel like the storage of the screen is full, but no file is shown in the Armor Crate. There it is. Moved it to another slot and it worked fine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna shut it down one more time, and I'm just gonna switch it to, because this one's off on its own, and I'm wondering if it's just like, I'm gonna go choose something that's a little bit more, and I can just move it over to one of these more traditional ones, so as soon as it shuts off. Because it even felt like the interface was being slow all up, so I'm just gonna.
I don't know what speed that one is then. Googling. All right, let's look at the manual.
There we go. Move it to a different slot. See if that helps. Watch it like work the first time. It's like,
That's gonna be absolutely hilarious because those were all the same, like, versions of USB.
yeah. I don't know if one of them could be run by the chipset. I don't know. No
Yeah,
idea, but it's like a little bit further off.
Yeah, all 3 of those are USB 2.0 headers. So, I mean, which makes sense with the connector, but interesting.
Armory crate. See if how this goes this time. Oops, devices. Wow. Oh, there they go. And I'm guessing that if I choose anything else, like if I do anything with the default one, it'll be fine. It's just when you try and do a GIF. Is that, if I do this, I'm just gonna hit apply. That works, okay, so that works. Oh, and you can do, okay, upload file. Let's just try this, open, save.
I was also saying, are you also putting the file still from the USB?
No, it's actually on my hard drive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not loading. Well, I'm gonna go this. Why don't we, while we're waiting for this, let's go and run temps. See what our temps are like. Why not? I'll let that load for a while and see if it ever loads at some point in time. I'm gonna go ahead and put the front on. At least we have CPU and GPU temp on there. And it's got the World of Warcraft logo on it, which is awesome.
That is some really cool etching.
There we go. Gonna turn on our AI cooling really quick. Let it run its little jam. Oh. Okay, here we go. It's gonna run its test. Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. At least we have temps on there now. Hopefully we'll figure out how to get a graphic on it someday. But right now, at least we have system information. It's doing, the screen is doing something.
It says, sorry.
No, you're okay.
Sorry, at least from Brendan's game said maybe the fact is the internal memory is full on the device and maybe have to delete an image first before placing it on.
Yeah, I saw somebody else who talked about that too, but I don't know how to like see the device like that. It's still forever loading that 0%.
Yeah. Let me.
Okay, so at least we have this. So let's, while we're letting it do that, I'm gonna keep going here. Let's go ahead and run our temp. I'm expecting this to be crazy cool. By the way, Cinebench has switched. They got rid of R23, guys. So now it's just R24. I mean, they got rid of R23, so now we have 2026 Max on Cinebench. So everything is gonna be new for us, but we are still gonna get, we're still gonna get tests, which is great. So CPU multi-thread start, it goes 10 minutes already. And then let's see what our temps are like here. So new. So right now idle's 34. Let's run multi-thread. And this is going to take longer than what we're used to because it's new.
Yep.
We're up to 63 now. 73. Starting to spin up. 74. this is like yeah, we've seen this before where it does this whole thing, but it's like, looks like it's gonna be 74. Yep, that's kind of where it is, and it's spinning up about there to keep it going. 74 degrees Celsius.
I'm curious if there's any impact of Armory Crate being weird during all of this. I mean, like just the score-wise.
Not really. I mean, for the this is like, so what do we have? Well, these are all new scores now. So I used to know what it would run on R23. So it's running 4100. So we'd have to see. This is the first time we've now started running this new test. Temps wise, we're fine. This is about fine because it's like 74, 75. Armory Crate, even if we were going to Task Manager though, it's like,
yeah, I just was curious of what it's doing because
Yeah.
sometimes it gets, oh yeah, it's nothing.
yeah.
Well, okay, yeah. No, I was just, if it's a hang up sometimes that you know, you have to run off somewhere.
But let's show some airflow real quick though.
The
we need to-
readout on the AIO says 65, 66 instead of the 75.
different thread.
Yeah.
It's getting it from a different thread. That's not abnormal. It just depends on what thread that it's getting its data from. Okay, let's check airflow because it should be quite fast. Here we go. And you're just gonna see it go right. There's airflow right up into the AIO, and you can even see some stuff coming down into the PSU, but most of it's getting sucked up by the fans for the AIO. But you can still see it getting down in there. And even some going into the PSU shroud, which is actually kind of nice, but pretty clean airflow there. And I just want to see some of it get to the GPU. And it was definitely doing that. Looking at temps, we got up to 75, a little bit 76, but I don't think it's gonna. And this one runs, like, the crazy thing is it doesn't downward, like this test takes longer to run. So we're actually seeing probably a little, that was one of the things about R23 is you could run it ran so fast. This one takes longer to run, so we're getting a little bit of a better idea of where temps are under load. But yeah, it looks like it's not going to get above, it might get to 76.5, but yeah, we're not going to have any problem. You're not anywhere near, you have plenty of room to play with this CPU. It's running on the other side still. Oh, it got a little higher. Okay, get a little higher. Let it finish a whole round there. Oh, whoa! Zaltas on there.
Oh.
Oh, I have to apply.
There you go.
It just took a while. There she
We're
is.
actually going back to that funny joke of like it goes from 0 to 100 after 10 minutes. And what a great guess.
Yeah, we're gonna have to learn what the new scores are. There we go. Zaltas just wanted to show up at the right time.
Such a great creepy smile. I love it. Or sorry, smirk. It's more like a smirk.
I guess you don't get GPU. You can't get GPU temp. That's crazy. Huh.
You can't?
No, I can get frequency for your CPU, but I can't, like, I'm looking at the other things it lets me pull.
Yeah.
And I can get GPU memory. I can get frequency for GPU, but I can't get temp for GPU, which is interesting.
That's interesting considering it's also ASUS.
Yeah. Yeah, GPU memory, global temp? I don't know what global temp is. Let's throw it on there though. Apply. There's your global temperature. 37 degrees. Don't know where it's pulling that number from, but there you go.
Wait, what is global temp?
Trying to see what else we got here. Chipset. You can get your chipset. I feel like I'm going to do frequency on your CPU then. That feels like more useful, I guess. There you go. 5.12 gigahertz. Let's see. The Gothic one is. I'm just gonna go. Doesn't really do a whole lot there. Or you could just do no information, just do image, and you could just do Xalatath. I think Xalatath just probably makes the most sense.
Makes it a little more clean.
Yeah, it makes it more clean. There you go, guys. It's all done. We've done it all. We got Xalatath on there, Xalatath on the back.
That purple goes perfect with it.
Yeah, it does. And the PC giveaway runs through March 30th. If you guys want to get in on this, again, exclamation point giveaway help. We'll give you all the details on that. But yeah, again, huge shout out. Now, of course, the last thing we're going to do, first we're going to say goodbye to Mr. Brian.
What's his name?
Mr. Brian.
Shoot.
I forgot.
Have a good dinner.
I mean, AI, dude. We just got to shut him off. It's fine.
Oh, no.
Thanks everybody.
Right.
It was a great show. Great job, Julianne.
So we got to run a little bit of yes, we got to run a little bit of WoW just to see. Oh, it's running maintenance. That's great.
Wow.
Wow. Let's go to top down real quick.
Password's 1234.
Yeah, I know.
Geez, you need to change the password code on my luggage.
There we go. Okay, so welcome to BattleNet. This is where they give us way too much stuff. Got it. All I want is this. Go to, here we go. And then let's just see a little midnight on it. That's what you gotta do. You gotta end with a little midnight and then we'll call it a day, guys. Stop the
It's
music
so weird
for a
because you
second.
just called it midnight. Just kidding.
I know. Oh.
Also, for my small AMD group chat with Discord, they want me to say chip chips. So chips. Ha! Take that, guys. I did it.
And guys, I've gotten so, like, it's been so crazy. Like, I have played, I'm 85 right now, so almost, but I'll show one of the new zones. We'll fly around and show you one of the new zones. You guys can see how this performs on 9070 XT, which is gonna perform beautifully, and then you'll get to go from there. But I just got finished doing all the exploration here. So we'll show you guys around one of the new zones. Let's use this. This is the roots of the world trees. As you can see, we're running beautifully.
Great.
Look at that draw distance. That's one of those, people want a new mount using this new fungal strider. See, it's running perfectly fine. Playing some Midnight on our World of Warcraft Midnight PC. Not at midnight, though. I guess if we really wanted to make it all midnight themed, Juliana, we would be doing this at midnight. But I don't know if you want to be on this stream at midnight.
Well, the thing is it my midnight or your midnight?
Yeah, I know. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Midnight?
Which midnight is it? That's why we did it. Yeah, that's why. Too many midnights. The non-XT is not bad. Don't get me wrong. But the one thing that I love about this is just how much you're going to get at 1440p, how long this is going to last. It's going to last for a really long time. So, and be able to do max. That's why, like, I love 1440p. It's my recommendation for most people. It's like when you really kind of build a rig, especially mid-range rigs, it's just about building in this area at 1440p because you just get way more lifespan out of your hardware. So let's end by flying into the middle of the What happens when you go up here? You can do it.
Doing it, almost there.
I'm getting there. It's trying.
Oh.
I guess I should have probably done the... Oh! And then you just end up dead.
Oh, there you go.
But I figured that was a good way to end it. You're just randomly back in front of one of these tables. Yeah, that's what happens. I'm in the Veil of Secrets. And this is one of the new zones. And there's a number of new zones in the game. And the game is really, really good. You know, congratulations to obviously the folks over at Blizzard for making such an incredible title. You know, our team. And again, if you're always looking for a guild, you can join us on Cenarius. Here on Cenarius, you know, we have a guild for you. You can find out all the details for all that over at our Discord server. We have a pretty active guild. We're going to be raiding and all that sort of stuff as well. I'm just really enjoying the game as it was meant to be played. So there it is, guys, the World of Warcraft Midnight build. And then you got one lucky winner is going to be chosen on March 30th to win this incredible PC. So again, if all you got to do is the more you watch Robeytech streams, the more you get your chance to win this incredible PC, or one of the other three we're going to be giving over the next 9 weeks to win this a number of these. But yeah, there it is, guys. Julianne, any closing words from you, my friend?
I will say it has been 10 years since I played WoW, and this is making me want to play it again.
You should come join our guild.
It's a dangerous bug.
This game is so good. It's gotten so good. The new expansion is really, really good, and that's the part I've really, really loved about it. But yeah, and I think we made a heck of a PC to go with it.
Yeah.
Right here. So, and again, huge shout out to ASUS, to Patriot, obviously AMD, and then of course Blue Horse Studios for doing the entire design for this system. And that is it for us for this stream. We are back on Wednesday doing the Horde build. Damien's going to be doing the Horde build. I'm not even building on Wednesday. You guys can tune in. He's going to be building the PC on Wednesday. It's going to be a Horde versus Alliance. And that's going to be the second PC we're going to be giving away after we give away this one on March 30th. So tune in for that. It's another AMD build. It's a 9600X, 9060 XT build. So that's the Horde one. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. A huge shout out to Julianne and the team over at AMD for joining us. We are back on the next AMD rig, Build a Rig with AMD. We're going to be building a Steam machine, and that is going to be super, super cool inside of the Fractal Era 2. So we're going to be building that, showing you how to install SteamOS using a Monster Hunter 9070 XT. So huge shout out to Azeroth for sending us the parts for that. Thank you again. Julianne, you want to say goodbye? And anything else? And then where do people tune into AMD stuff moving forward?
Well, of course, you can go to amdgaming.com as well as twitch.tv/AMD. And there's great resources out there to find us on YouTube and various other places. So I would like to say thank you for Robeytech for having me and AMD as well and sharing this great dual stream together. And I'm looking forward to more builds.
Okay. Well, that's it for us, guys. We're going to go out, eat some lunch. Julianne's still got birthday celebration to do. I think she's getting up on a fighter plane and then going to the moon. And then I think they're throwing a massive birthday bash on a private island somewhere for her, you know, like she does, you know. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.